What is up, everybody, NC?
JC and
We got some news for you today on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
that's right.
But we got to talk about a real son of a bitch. Talking about Triple H here. Now, what Triple H has done, I don't know why, but he's put Jey Uso in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament against Oba Femi. So most people are already seeing how this is going to go down. They're already saying, oh shit, Oba's fucked. What are they going to do? I look at it like this. If he's that stupid, he deserves to have the ratings plummet. He deserves to have all the goodwill taken away from him, and he deserves all the hate in the world. And this is what I love now, too, is like, especially after he appeared at the White House. We'll cover that later. But after he appeared at the White House, this just adds fuel to the fire. The fans are not liking the man at all, and this does not help. JC, tell me what you think about this.
No, what I think about this, man, is that this is just really bad booking. Now, I get maybe this could be a way of them getting Oba Femi in a feud with Roman Reigns. Like maybe, since Jey Uso's with the Bloodline again, maybe they get involved and cost Oba the match, and then that sets up a feud between Oba and Roman. I'm giving them a lot of benefit of the doubt here. I mean, we're talking about Triple H here, so, who knows? I mean, he's probably going to fucking job out Oba and keep him off TV for like fucking 8 months. Or like, who knows? But this is the thing, man. Like, this is what's frustrating with Triple H. And we've been saying it for years. And all the Johnny-come-latelys are now on that bandwagon. Even good old JD from New York, he's saying, Triple H needs to be fired, Bruce. Yeah, he fucking does. He's not good at what he does. He costs viewership. He drives people away because he doesn't care. There's no pressure. This is the problem, man. This is the problem with WWE right now, just letting Triple H do whatever he wants to do. You can't allow that, because if you allow that, you're going to get King Jey Uso. Nobody wants King Jey Uso. The fans hate it. They're fucking downvoting it like crazy.
Let's talk about that. Look at these downvotes here. 6.9K likes, 23K dislikes. It's probably greater by now, but they're really pissed off because here Jey Uso has already taken out somebody who the fans were really getting to like in Javon Evans. Javon Evans is an up-and-coming guy, and here they are sacrificing Javon to Jey for no fucking reason, and now it's looking like they might sacrifice Oba Femi too. But a little bit more on it. So here's what the fans were saying in the most liked comments on YouTube. Among the most liked comments were ruthless depression. It's really nice to see veteran Javon Evans putting over young and rising talent like Jey Uso. Great. Jey getting shoved down our throats again. Jey will now face Oba Femi in the tournament finals at Night of Champions. This right here is a travesty. It makes no sense. They will not give up on Jey Uso. No matter what. This is why we had to do a top 10 sucks on the guy. They won't give up on this fool.
They won't. It's frustrating, too, because it's like there's nothing left in the tank. I mean, Jey Uso at one time was a pretty decent talent. He's just a washed-up guy at this point. There's other things I want to say about him, but I can't say him on YouTube. No, he's done. Move on. He's just a fat, slobby guy. Just move on. He's what, 40 years old now?
He's a bum, I tell you. He's a bum. But somebody who isn't a bum, I'll give him credit, is Danhausen. So Danhausen has officially been invited to the Knicks championship parade.
Damn, man. Good for him.
I think we might see the new mascot of the New York Knicks. I'm not even joking. I'm thinking they're going to make this dude the mascot, which is crazy.
Danhausen is the mascot for the Knicks. You know what? If he just goes and be the mascot for the Knicks, I'd be happy.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, I don't need to be with WWE anymore. I'm the new Knicks mascot. Oh yes, Danhausen is going to be cursing out the teams that the Knicks face. The Knicks are going to be undefeated.
Hey, good idea. I think they consider that. They're like, hey, it helps having this little weirdo on the team. But WWE, they're milking this dude as much as they can. So they have a WWE New York Knicks collection in championship bullshit.
God.
So they're charging $35 for these shit rag Temu fucking silkscreen fucking fake white cotton shirts, and then of course check how much they got for the title: $600 for a Knicks belt. Oh, but you can pay $10,000 for a Jalen Brunson signed Danhausen signed belt. Even better.
10,000, and that's a current bid, so it's probably only gone up, and there's still 2 days left. You know what? I got to see how outrageously, stupidly priced it is right now. It's what is it? Jalen Brunson.
I took this screenshot today. You're good.
Oh, okay, cool. Wow.
This is a fresh screenshot. So this is what's going on right now.
What the hell, dude? Like, why is it worth $10,000? I need to know.
Maybe people think Jalen Brunson is worth the 10K, or he will be worth the 10K, but even then, man, I'm just saying.
$10,000 on a belt, on a crappy looking belt? $10,000 on that crap.
Fuck, this is gonna be it's gonna be in a landfill in a decade. Who cares?
Right.
It doesn't matter. Oh, but I will tell you, Danhausen, he's trying to get all the monies, especially the human monies. WWE stole that shit from him. They're like, you know what? Now we're going to trademark it. They're going to put that shit on hoodies, jackets, sweatshirts, and a bunch of retards will buy it. Just saying.
It's like, that's a good idea, Danhausen. Yoink.
Hey, if he's cool with it and he's getting some residual kickback, good for him. I hope Danhausen at this point makes as much money as he can with WWE before he gets the fuck out. Because, like I said, Nick's already eyeballing this guy. TKO is already putting together a deal with Danhausen and the New York Knicks. So who knows what's happening here? I'll tell you a little bit more about it, though. Let's talk a little bit more about it. So yeah, they captured the championship. Danhausen claims to be the king of New York now. So with this big win, Brian Alvarez was saying,
the Danhausen Knicks deal is being put together by TKO. WWE cameras will be at the parade. I hope it's a Pride one. And they will likely be putting together a Knicks Danhausen documentary for YouTube.
And then they got like one of the Knicks showing up at Saturday Night Main Event. Who gives a shit?
Oh God, yeah. All it's gonna be is like the guy's front row, and you see him like for like 5 seconds, and then they just move on past it. That's what kind of cheap crap it's gonna be.
I don't get it. It's like, why even bother, man? Now here's something that they should bother with. This is kind of cool. Stephen A. Smith has revealed that he's thought about entering WWE as a heel manager and managing Roman Reigns. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah,
I think he's charismatic as fuck. Roman needs help. Let's face it, Paul Heyman ain't getting the job done. They need somebody like this, and even then, Paul's doing that stupid vision shit. You need Stephen A. Smith. He can get the job done.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if TKO gets it done. They bring him in. I wouldn't be surprised by it. He is very entertaining. I'll give him that. So yeah, fuck it, bring him in.
Fuck it. All hands on deck at this point. But it doesn't help when WWE creative is doing stupid shit. Like literally having Roman hold up a poop necklace to put around Jacob Fatu's neck. Like, who wants this? Like, we're already seeing Jacob Fatu join the Samoan Kiss My Ass Club, and now you're putting a poop necklace on him? Way to humiliate him, right?
It's like, yo, man, put on my poop necklace. If you don't, you're not in the bloodline.
That's what I'm saying. It's like humiliation. He's literally wearing a Samoan poop necklace. There's no excuse for this.
You know what? Are they going to sell poop necklaces on the shops?
Yes, they will. I guarantee you, probably $60 a pop.
60. I think like maybe when it's half off. I mean, they're probably like $120, $150 for a cheap poop necklace that costs like $1 to make in China.
And who knows? Maybe it's made out of real poop. You never know.
Could be.
You never know.
Could be.
But I will say though that WWE has delusions of grandeur, as they express that they want to do a future WWE event at the White House.
Come on.
Like, dude, Dana White, we'll cover it later, was already talking about how expensive it was doing the show with Triple H and Roman not even sitting next to Dana White or Donald Trump or anybody of that matter of importance. Not even Mark or Ari, for that matter. Not even sitting next to them. Why the fuck would Donald Trump authorize that? He hasn't even appeared at a WWE event. He doesn't care to.
Probably doesn't even know what it is.
He knows what WWE is. He just doesn't like that woke liberal bullshit. And I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. I can just imagine Triple H coming up there like, America, are you ready?
And then does the water spit like a fucking fat big-nosed dork. He would do that. Oh, God. But I will say, though, that WWE, they got to get their shit together before they think of doing White House shows. I mean, they're already moving shows around. Money in the Bank got moved to October 10th. It's usually in the summertime, right before SummerSlam. So that's not good. It shows me that they can't get the ticket sales, so they had to move it. They even had to do the same thing. It's not Saturday night main event anymore. Now it's Sunday night main event over in Atlanta. Had to move it again because they're not getting the ticket sales. But hey, boom, right? We're going through a fucking boom, right?
Yeah, it's a massive boom. It's a massive boom era, right? Yeah. It's got to be like we're in a massive boom era. I mean, the fact they're having to like cut ticket prices down. By the way, the nosebleed seats for this year's SummerSlam, $80. Last year it was over 150.
They're trying, man. They're trying to get anybody they can. Well, but they even had to like flat out cancel shows. Like SmackDown had to cancel in the September 4th show. People are getting refunded. This shows you right here. These shows are not getting the ticket amount that they need. They're not getting the revenue that they need. So they're having to cancel these shows and move them. That's how bad it is for WWE right now. A lot of people, they go with this fake boom bullshit. This is the real data right here. When you got shows getting canceled, and I think they're going with a gauge of what, like 4 months out. They're going with the gauge of 4 months out. Hey, if we can't sell it out 4 months out, pull it, move it, do something.
Well, and this is the problem, man. Like, this ultimately all goes back to creative. Like, if creative was good, if creative was firing on all cylinders, if the product was exciting, you wouldn't be having this issue. And don't give me the whole ticket sale argument, because the tickets are down. They've cut the ticket prices throughout the summer. So that's not even a good argument anymore. The only thing left is lack of interest in the creative, lack of interest in the product.
Simple as that. It really is as simple as that. But, you know, things are going to get really crazy over in the UK. We already figured, you know, we're conspiracy theorists, so we saw this down the line. But here's how it goes. Under 16s will no longer be able to legally watch WWE Saturday Night's main event, and AAA events in the United Kingdom. The UK government have announced a policy banning YouTube for all children under 16. YouTube's pissed about it, by the way. Reports suggest a social media curfew will likely be introduced for 16 and 17-year-olds in addition to this, meaning they won't be able to watch WWE live events on YouTube. Raw, SmackDown, NXT won't be affected as Netflix is not part of the ban. Additionally, all social media platforms will be banned for under 16s, affecting all wrestling promotions. They're even putting curfews on apps. Now, the good news is this is not really going to affect WWE's fan base, because it's all fat pedo neckbeards anyway, so, you know, they're good. They don't have to worry about the kids. Don't watch this shit. It's fucking, it's whack as shit to the kids. So, yeah, it's like, they don't care. All the UK fat dorks, old fat dorks, they'll get their WWE, so it's all good.
They will. And, you know, so the funny thing about this is the Prime Minister of Britain, he's the one who was bragging about this in his sweater. He was like, you know, we're going to protect the children of England or something like that. And then today it's announced that he ended up resigning.
Yeah, isn't he officially stepping down tomorrow?
Yeah, he's stepping down tomorrow. So Trump went ahead and took a jab at him.
Good.
Freaking load. Come on. What did he say? It's
we'll talk about another stream, but even Zelensky rumors, man, there's crazy stuff going on right now. But crazy stuff for Drew, though. Guy in the picture, I'll say I'm proud of him. This is why you haven't seen him on TV. So he's been casting The Last Druid with Russell Crowe. Big movie for him. I'm proud of the guy. I hope he keeps on getting as many movies as possible just to fuck over Triple H. I would love to see him in the main event, but we know that's not going to happen with Triple H there. So it is what it is. So
no, I mean, if you're not going to be in the main event, just go to Hollywood, you know.
What's up? And a lot of these wrestlers, they're getting that side hustle. I love that. And one of our luchador favorites, one of the very few, is Rey Mysterio. He's got a brand new cartoon coming out, and here's a little clip from it.
King, I call upon you now to transform it into my mighty guardian. Get him!
Could be cool. I mean, I like what I saw from it. I mean, it kind of reminded me of Mucha Lucha, so we'll see where that goes. I mean, but it looks good. So good for Ray. I will say good for Big E as well. He's got a book about his life, career, and battles with mental health coming up early 2027, so good for him. I hope he does well with that. So, yeah.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, Big E, it's the shit that he had to go through. But, you know, he persevered. He came back from that neck injury, and he's moving. He's not, you know, he's not Drozdov, you know, so that's good.
I just like it how he can actually still have a job as a commentator, you know, and still at least benefit the industry with his charisma. So there you go, man. Good guy. Now this is WWE. They have terrible booking decisions though. And this is what they do, especially with creative in NXT. This is why we can't get behind NXT. Their brand new wrestler, the unknown WWE.
God.
Vanta the Unknown is the name for this chick. So they figured, hey, just give her a big black line across her mouth and call her the Unknown, and that's a gimmick. Terrible.
Like we're back in the early 90s with this shit, you know? Like honestly, this is the types of gimmicks that you saw in WCW in like 1992.
For real. And that's why we have a hard time putting over old school WCW. But like all the fans were jacking off about her amazing finisher. Watch and be amazed. Look at this. She does a spin with her leg and then a forearm. Look at this amazing spin with her leg and a forearm. And the fans were like, I have never seen this done before. It's just a forearm with an extra step. Who gives a shit?
I mean, really all she is she's Rhea Ripley with smaller tits and a stupid line on her chin. That's all she is.
And that's, like, what's the point? It's like Rhea Ripley was already getting pretty gross, you know, with all the tattoos and, you know, very sinewy and whatnot. And then you take the tits out. She probably doesn't end. Anyways, before we get to, So let's go ahead and talk about some more WWE shit here. El Grande Americano, the mask that was selling. Current bid, $40,000. Oh my God. Savior, what are you fucking doing, you stupid ass wrestling fans? Go put a down payment on a house.
40.
Make an investment. Do something. Why would you
40,000
on a fucking mask? A wrestling mask? Why?
40,000. God, 40,000. That's the
Lord.
current bid. And there's still 8 days up. So this thing could get to like 50K probably. Who knows? $40,000 for a fucking mask.
Fucking dumb.
Oh my God, dude. Now, granted, it's a charity auction. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
But still, $40,000.
Yeah,
Good God.
Yeah, deplorable. Speaking of, Lou was talking about the whole case coming up. So he's filed a motion to obtain surveillance footage in ongoing battery case. So he wants to basically prove his innocence. I mean, I don't blame him. Defense team is seeking the footage. Police previously identified Kaiser. Pre-trial conference is currently scheduled for July. So let's hope he gets his footage and gets off of this shit. Because it's already like WWE's like slapping him on the wrist like, dude, you're good. Go do AAA, go do WWE, make us money. So it's all good. So, but you know, WWE, they got a little bit of notoriety over at the UFC White House show when Noseman and Roman appeared. And what was apparent to us as, you know, UFC fans is how far away Roman and Triple H were sitting from Mark, Ari, Dana, Donald. Everybody that actually is important with the TKO UFC White House deal. And then these two guys are over in the crowd like regular fucking fans. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, man. They just, because they're not important. They're not, I mean, look, Roman's important in WWE, Triple H is, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not important. They're really not. They're not the movers and shakers. Like Ari Emanuel, he's one of the movers and shakers. Dana White, you know, it's UFC. But with Triple H, honestly, if it were me, I wouldn't have even let Triple H into the venue. I'm like, who the fuck are you? You're some fucking bald Dr. Robotnik looking guy in a suit with goofy wrist bracelets on. Like, it's like,
it looks so stupid.
I know, dude. It looks so fucking dumb.
Like, bro, you're like 55. Why do you have so many stupid, goofy fucking bracelets on? What's the point? Oh, my daughters made them. I just look at you like a CM Punk ripoff. Like, what's the point?
But at least CM Punk had the common sense to wear like 1. This guy's wearing like 12, you know?
Yeah, it looks fucking retarded. But let's go ahead and talk about Connor. Had to mock him. Sorry for the cutoff here, but Connor said, who?
Right.
Roman. Now, never forget, though, let's go back to the past. You would have sized my leg. Shut up. And then, hey, not to be real, but that's how it was. Connor put on a whole lot of weight, though. I don't know if you saw Roadhouse. This motherfucker got steroid fucking beefed up. He's like 240 right now, fucking huge. So, he got a lot bigger. But speaking of the UFC show, Dana said that the White House show was too expensive. So I can't afford it. There's no fucking way we could do this again. I'll never do the Sphere again, and we'll never do this again. So what that tells you right there is that if it was that expensive, there's no fucking way WWE, with the TKO pit of money that they got, are going to be able to do a White House show. And especially when wrestling's deader than ever and Triple H is killing it. I think that was almost like punishment. Like, hey, you and the fucking Samoan guy go sit in the corner. The big boys are going to sit over here. That's what it almost felt like.
It's like,
go sit in the cut corner, you big nose idiot. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Know your role.
Good. I hope he did.
Right.
So Dana, he had to play a liberal for once because it was at the White House. So Josh Hoke got a lot of bullshit for his comment about Michelle Obama having a wiener. So Dana said, I understand that the Obamas are public figures, but I'm completely against saying nasty and false things about people's families.
God.
Everyone knows my position on free speech, but I hate that kind of nonsense because he knows how much fucking bullshit you can get into if you support that. Like, that's the one thing. Like, when you even see Shane Gillis saying, I didn't like it, that should tell you that's still a big no-no. Keep in mind, somebody disappeared after they talked about Michelle's wiener. Just saying. Just saying. Somebody very important, too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, people are allowed the freedom of speech. You know, at least people are talking about what happened at the show. You know, so I guess there's that. So,
yeah, I mean, Michael and I, you know what's up. So, now here's something interesting. I'm not sure a lot of people caught on to, but Cormier put this out. He said, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for bringing this to light. However, I refuse to stay silent. The UFC is a sport that I'm deeply passionate about, and I will not tolerate this type of insider behavior. Shame on anyone trying to ruin this beautiful event. So he exposed, this is weird of him, exposed DMs from Eric Trump that were talking about placing bets and fights being rigged. Like really weird shit from the Eric Trump account. And then, of course, he had to delete them. So Trump, Eric, you know, with Donald's brother, got on and said, we are aware of the fake AI-generated screenshots being circulated online. I have never spoken to Daniel. He has since deleted his post, which confirms it was clearly fabricated. Readers added context. Multiple journalists and eyewitnesses confirmed Daniel Cormier posted the screenshots himself before deleting them. Deleting a post from a verified account does not confirm fabrication, and participants in a conversation cannot fall for AI fakes of their own direct messages. Right. So he got owned here, and this is not good though, for considering he's the fucking president's brother. This is like some Tommy Boy shit. I hate to say it.
It's some straight up Tommy Boy type stuff, man. It's like, just own up to it. Just say, you know what? I just asked a question. I just say I just asked a question. What is that so wrong to do? I just asked a question.
Yeah, that was, and he should really back it up and not be like, hey, you know. He can get away with it. People would sweep it under the rug if he just owned up to it. That's why he got the reader's context, so good for him.
And what Justice Department's going to go after him?
None that I could think of.
Right.
Like look at Hunter Biden. He's walking around. They're trying to, like, fucking revamp his career now and make him out to be a good guy. And no, it's not going to happen. But here's something that I thought was pretty cool. Former Jinder Mahal, Raj Desi, he broke down what a WWE contract is all about, the pay structure and all that. It's a longer video, so I cut it down a little bit, but here's the gist of it.
How does a WWE contract actually work? For this example, let's sign a 3-year, $1 million per year contract, downside guarantee. WWE pays its talent every single week. So take your downside guarantee of $1 million divided by 52 for 52 weeks. Your weekly check will be $19,230. For the sake of this example, let's round it up to $20,000. Now, with a downside guarantee, that $20,000 check will come in regardless if you are injured or if you wrestle 7 days a week. Same amount every single week. Now, can a WWE wrestler out-earn their downside guarantee? Absolutely. A downside guarantee is only a minimum. There is no maximum. There is no set maximum. So what WWE uses is what's called a bucket system. Now, the bucket system is imaginary in nature. It is essentially off the books. You will receive the same amount every single week. But what the bucket does is it keeps track of how much money is going out and how much money you are actually earning. Television tapings, live events, pay-per-views, merchandise, everything goes into this bucket. So let's start the bucket off, obviously, week 1 at 0. $20,000 goes out. You wrestled on Raw. You got $5,000, imaginary number. All of these numbers are imaginary. Your balance in the bucket is negative $15,000 after week 1. Don't let it scare you. Your weekly amount remains the same. Week 2, same thing. Minus $20,000 for your weekly pay. You brought in $5,000 for Raw. You're now negative $30,000. Don't let it scare you. Same amount hits your bank account. Week 3, $20,000 goes out. You work a pay-per-view. You get $50,000. You wrestle on Raw. $10,000. You were in the main event. And it was a sold-out arena. You are now positive $10,000 in this bucket. That doesn't mean you get $10,000. Again, this is imaginary. It's plus $10,000, but your weekly check remains the same. And if it was in the negative, you do not owe WWE money. This is imaginary in nature for now.
Very cool little introspective there, you know, because you usually don't get that inside look into WWE contracts. And, you know, Triple H just laughed at that shit. Like, I'm going to pay $1 million a year to any fucking wrestler now. Fuck that shit. So that tells you right there how good it was for wrestlers under Vince McMahon, because he paid the wrestlers very well. You know, especially if you were a decent wrestler, a top-level main eventer like Jinder Mahal. You're very fortunate to make $1 million. Nowadays, not too many people are making $1 million in WWE per year. They'd be lucky to. I mean, when we were showing the contracts, and this from last year, Rhea Ripley was making $250K a year, plus merch. One of the most popular wrestlers in WWE making $250K a year. Insane.
It really is. I mean, like TKO, they're really cutting back on their expenses, and so like I think what they're probably doing is they're shelling out the money for like the CM Punks and the Roman Reignses and maybe the Brock. Yeah.
Cody.
John Cena when he came back, huh?
Cody.
But are they paying him as much as they are like Brock and Roman and
No.
No,
he's making good money. I think a lot of it's coming from the Vince deal when he first got signed. And he just, you know, because Triple H loves him, he's paying him a lot of money. Jey Uso making a lot of money. Roman, Seth Rollins, I think he's still making a lot of money. And that's just how it is, man. It's like, it's a select few, like a handful of people, but then everybody else is like under $1 million. That's how it is. So, yeah, shitty. But let's go ahead and show you what happened at the White House. Not even the exciting knockouts that we saw on that card. By the way, the best UFC fight card we've seen in like a decade. You know,
it was super entertaining.
It's fucking great. But not even that was enough to keep Trump awake. He's old, man. He's way past his bedtime. And one that's crazy thing, too, is he had to get up on an early flight. Now, granted, you can sleep on Air Force One. They got a fucking bedroom in there. Not a big deal. But still, he had to get up on an early flight and be in France in the morning to meet with Macron. So, just tells you, dude. That's why he looked all grumpy as shit the next fucking morning when he's shaking Macron's hand. Dude was up to like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Give him a break.
Yeah, give him a break. I mean, come on. I mean, like, he's an old man. He's having fights at the White House, and he's having to sign deals with the French and stuff like that. I mean, just give him a break. You know?
Yeah, got to give him a break, but they won't, because it's the
No.
psychotic fucking leftist weird fan base. That's the thing, too, is like, most of the time, we don't even think about Donald Trump. He's in the farthest fucking corner of our mind. We don't even think about him. We're thinking about what the New World Order is doing, all this fucking weird shit. And immediately, a fucking low IQ, about 70 to 60 IQ, libtard will say, "Oh, Trump hard, MAGA." I'm like, dude, he's on your brain 24/7. Might as well let him open up a condo in your head.
Probably already have. Who knows?
Just
Who
insane,
knows?
man.
Yeah.
They're just they're deranged. But anyways, let's talk about Darby. He was hanging out at Castle La Bam doing some crazy shit. Look at this. Insane, dude.
Damn.
I would love to fucking visit Castle La Bam. Now, sure, he's fat as shit. He looks like his dad now, but man, he's still got a fat setup. That's awesome right there. Love
That's
seeing
all.
that.
I mean, that's where all that Viva La Bam money went. You know, people wondering where it all went. It went into his skate park home, probably his drug addiction. Who knows?
Right. Who knows? I mean, yeah, he's up there. But let's get to some AEW news. I'm very happy for Harley, but I'd be even happier if she took the role. So Harley Cameron reveals she was nearly cast in lead role for horror movie Obsession, which is a huge deal now. I mean, it launched the career of Indy Navarrete. That could have been Harley Cameron. It's crazy. Cat is out of the bag. I auditioned for Obsession and was told it was nearly me who got cast. I want to share my passionate audition and thank you, Kurt Barker, for the opportunity. And of course, congratulations to Indy Navarrete. Apparently, it came down to us two, and I'm honored. Can you imagine in an alternate timeline, we would have had Harley's big fucking jiggling Australian tits, and she would have been like honestly, she could have been the next Australian Sydney Sweeney.
Yep.
Imagine what could have happened if they decided, if there wasn't a bunch of fucking stupid assholes in the casting room that were like, her tits are too big, let's go with the other chick. Now, nothing against Indy. She's a very pretty girl.
No.
Beautiful woman, by the way. But in comparison to Harley Cameron, I'm sorry. Hey, you know which one we're going to pick, just saying.
Oh, all the time, every time. Just for our taste. Like, again, nothing against the Navarrete, nothing against her, but I mean, Harley Cameron, she's right up our alley, man.
Just saying. So FTR, they're going to be taking some time off. So Dex got on and gave some long, stupid spiel about how they're lovers and they fell in love and their wives are going to be divorcing them and they need to go do a rendezvous over in France. So good for them. Have a good time out and enjoy your lover's vacation. Have a good time, guys.
Yeah, have a good time. Yeah, you'll be sorely missed on it. Oh wait, no, you won't. Darn.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
They're just sitting out their contract to get signed by WWE. You know what's up. So
and they're gonna be just all fat and like, because they suck. I've seen them recently. When I last watched AEW, they sucked. They were fat. They were boring. They were really slow. Like there's nothing left in them.
Dude, they're gonna look like the fucking Southern Mushroom Boys by the time they come back.
I think they're already there, man.
They might be already there. Who knows? They might be fat as shit. They might be like Beastman fat. Let's hope so. I hope we get
there.
Too fat. That way they can be, for real, the fat trucker retards. Bring them back with a gimmick. They're already fat. They're already retarded. Just make them truckers.
And CM Punk is in WWE. FTR joins. What do you get? You get the reuniting. The return of...
Farter. Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, you know what, though? Some of CM Punk's buddies have some awesome new t-shirts for you to get. Look at these award-winning t-shirts.
Good God.
I want to know, is it Aubrey who's doing the fucking t-shirts? Is it Kenny? Who the fuck is in charge of AEW's t-shirt department? Because they deserve a tongue lashing for their uncreative, stupid bullshit. Nobody's going to buy these shirts. Nobody gives a shit about them. You'd be lucky to have them use as toilet paper over in India.
I mean,
what are you gonna do here?
If they get used as poop rags in India, you know what? That's actually, pretty good for those shirts. No one's gonna buy those, dude. No one's gonna buy that. I mean, come on, goofy mugshots of 3 jobbers in AEW. No one's buying that.
They're so fucking tone deaf.
This is Roger Strong's like,
Yeah, Mike, my new shirt. I look like a serial killer that slaughtered homosexuals in 1984.
Like, he really is. They should just roll with the Jeffrey Dahmer gimmick for him. I think it would fucking rock. I'm just saying.
I think it would, dude. Like all of them. Give them all. Give them
All
all
of them.
serial killer gimmick.
Gay serial killer gimmicks. Fuck yeah.
Hey, you want ratings? I'm telling you, man. Like, what's gonna get ratings is holy shit moments and oh my god, I can't believe I just saw that on wrestling. That's what's gonna get the viewership up. That's what wrestling's got. It's got to be outrageous again, man. Be outrageous. Come on.
To back you up, man. To back you up. Recently, Mr. Beast was talking about if you really want your videos to go viral, he said you have to make it outrageous, especially in the thumbnail and the title. Make it eye-catching. You have to make wrestling eye-catching again. That's a problem. You got to make it crazy, outrageous, eye-catching. The type of shit that people are like, they're fucking doing this in wrestling.
Yep.
That's what you need to have. Like, you can't fear controversy, and because wrestling is so liberal based, it's too safe. They fear controversy.
One of these companies just has to not care. And I'm talking like it's nice that JCW's there, but
Right.
I'm talking a company with a lot of money, like
True.
an AEW, maybe even a TNA. Like, in TNA especially, they're a TV 14 rated show. They air on the AMC channel, a channel that one of the flagship shows on that channel is a guy as a high school teacher that cooked up meth and sold it. Like, I mean, like what you can't have wrestling be edgy on AMC, but you can have shows like that on that channel. Like, come on. No,
I love it. I love the hypocrisy, dude.
I know.
For real, man. But I will say I'm happy for AEW. They're expanding my AEW. It's now on Tubi as a fast channel. So that's good. I mean, you can pretty much just turn on Tubi. It's free. And they have their own channel. Randomly just watch a Dynamite. It's whatever. It's not bad. It wasn't too bad. It's still fucking work rate bullshit. But if you have it on the background, like while you're fucking like cleaning your house or fucking, I don't know, making dinner or some shit, who cares, whatever.
It's like if you're bored and your brain is leaking out of your head,
Right?
leaking out of your nose. And it's like, oh, put AEW on.
Hey, man, sometimes, we done some desperate shit, like turn on fucking Evolve. Remember when we were, like, we woke up that one morning, we're like, hey, dude, let's watch Evolve. And we're like, oh, shit, what are we watching? So it happens, man.
And sometimes you get desperate and you put Evolve on.
It happens. That's what Tubi's for, desperate wrestling fixes. So, so Fightful, they said AEW files a trademark related to my AEW. I'm just wondering, why the fuck are you now filing a trademark, you bums? Like, you had this shit going like a month and a half ago, and you're just now filing a trademark.
What? Cocaine wrestling.
Cocaine and wrestling, buddy.
You
Right
put
there.
it on the back burner. Like, Tony, you don't put business on the back burner. What you put on the back burner is Dave Meltzer. Let him fry
Yes.
on the back burner. No,
Please.
You need to care about your show and your ratings, not, is Dave Meltzer going to give me 5 stars? We're going to Booker of the Year? Tony, fuck Booker of the Year. Worry about your ratings and your business.
Please, for the love of God, please
I'm
care
actually-
about your business.
I'm actually agreeing with JD from New York for once, where he's saying,
You know what, Bruce? AEW is dying on the vine, Bruce. No one wants to talk about that shit.
I can't disagree. I
True.
can't disagree. Looking at what for me personally, I have not seen an episode of Dynamite in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's going on over a month. I've never done this. I've never been this like out of the loop with AEW as I am now. And it's not because I hate AEW or the fans who watch it. I'm just not interested. They're not doing anything. Put the world title on Bobby Lashley, and then I'll care.
I just say, why bother? The whole, with a lot of wrestling, it's like, why bother nowadays? It's pointless. Just watch TWR News. We'll cover what's going on with everything important in wrestling. Because other than that, dude, it's just like, did you hear about this jobber? He won the North America buttfuck title from this other guy on NXT. And you're like, I don't fucking care, you know? And that's how a lot of wrestling is. It's just title changes, pointless stories that go nowhere, friendship and betrayal. So, you know, it is what it is. But
Well, then I guess you're not a real wrestling fan.
right? I don't care about title changes. Ooh. But yeah, the AEW, my AEW, they signed another shitty wrestling promotion called Gap. I don't know if it's about like fucking buttholes or whatever, but Gap Wrestling. I'm sorry, it's create a wrestler pro wrestling. But it looks like Gap. But anyways, you got this promotion they're signing with my AEW. Basically, all the scrap companies that didn't sign with WWE ID, all the all the really scrappy, shitty, fucking D-rate, fucking bullshit like that would not sign with WWE. They signed with my AEW, so there you go.
Tony's just scraping the bottom of the dumpster.
Oh, look at this one! Got Creator Wrestling Pro Wrestling! It's just a bunch of fucking 2K26 fucking Creator Wrestlers in ring! Yeah! Use condom pro wrestling! Yeah, fucking winning! Bob Fight Pro Wrestling! Yeah!
That's all we get from Tony. It's just all the bad ideas. You want another bad idea from Tony? This is really bad. So AEW is partnering up with a Last Match partnership. So what Last Match is a pro wrestling rock experience, an immersive West End production set to debut in London this fall that blends live theater, rock music, and pro wrestling storytelling. So check this out. Designed for audiences of all ages in part West End rock musical, immersive theatrical experience, and professional wrestling phenomenon, AEW presents The Last Match, a pro wrestling rock experience set against the backdrop of one wrestler's final pay-per-view event. The production combines an original 1980s inspired rock score, powerful theatrical storytelling, larger-than-life characters that audiences will cheer for, and world-class professional wrestling into a one-of-a-kind entertainment experience that features unforgettable songs, emotional performances, Kenny Buttfucking Nave live on stage, comedy and spectacle, while telling the universe experience of retirement, legacy, love, family, and finding the courage to leave your life's work behind with your head held high. Whether you've attended hundreds of wrestling events or have never seen a single match, fans in attendance will be able to follow every moment of the story. Each performance will feature an interactive pre-show inviting fans to explore multiple wrestling-themed installations and exhibits before the main event. Wow.
Did the person who wrote that thing have like fetal alcohol syndrome?
I think so. It gets better.
I go white waxing up.
It gets better though.
I'll see.
We'll let you know. We can't show you the video here on YouTube, but on Thursday, come join us on Rumble. Thursday, 5 p.m. PST for wrestling fans being idiots, and we will have the video I got video footage of this shit, and trust me, it's gayer than I can even tell you. Leave it at that.
Oh God, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Dude, we're gonna have so much fun with that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the great thing is like it's so free and open. Join us on Rumble. If you haven't subscribed to our Rumble channel yet, I definitely would say you got to subscribe.
Absolutely.
It's a great channel. We got all sorts of stuff coming up on there. Should be really fun.
And we're uploading content there every week.
Absolutely. Every single week, new Rumble content, exclusive. Come join us. But now it's time for Breaking Bones News, where we talk about all the injuries that are happening in pro wrestling. It's always, and we don't take a week off from the shit at all, ever.
Nope.
So it started off with MJF. So MJF, he was talking about his knee still being fucked up, so Tony don't give a shit. He's making him wrestle with an injured knee. His knee is swollen up like a balloon, and he's making him go in the ring and wrestle. He don't give a shit.
Fucking get out there and wrestle! Fucking wrestle!
He says, I'm 30, I'm in pain, and I'm only 30. I can't imagine what I'm going to feel like when I'm 40 or 50. This is why he's trying to go to Hollywood. Right. He already sees what happens in wrestling. You beat the fuck out of yourself with this new style, this modern style. You beat the shit out of yourself. He's trying to get out, and I hope he does. I really hope he does.
I mean, for your own health and safety. I mean, good God. And what else are you going to do with MJF and AEW? You've done it all. He's got his big butt fuck belt back, and no one cares, you know?
Yeah, it's AEW is just sinking right now. Oh, it doesn't help, too, that one of their top tag teams, this is crazy, check this out. They both got injured in the same match, in the same fucking spot. I've never seen like such a cosmically weird injury like this, where both tag team wrestlers got injured in the same spot in the same match against the Death Riders.
I mean, you know, we're going to end up talking about them later on in the news, but I mean, look, TNA earned the LOL TNA name. We got to give it to AEW now. It's LOL AEW. I'm sorry, like they're becoming TNA over time. Like I think Dixie Carter, like Tony Khan is the new Dixie Carter, just like less intelligent and hooked on cocaine.
Yeah, and just that's what we're dealing with right now.
And they're both nepo babies too.
He's Dixie with a penis. This is what we got right now, folks. So
Dix DICKSEE Carter.
Perfect. Yes. But we got to go ahead and show you another one. This one's on the indies. So for an MLW, Shotzi Blackheart fucked up her arm again against Steph DeLander. Like, this is why we were never a big fan of Steph DeLander. She's not a good wrestler. She's not a good promo. She hurts wrestlers we like. She's an SJW. Like,
she's ugly. She's got fucking smaller scarred pig tits. Yeah.
That's the great. Like, the thing is like, when she was released, that was the one Carlos let go. We're like, all right, you fucking cuck, you did good. Good for you.
You did good with that one.
You fucking piece of shit. Good for you. You did good once. But yeah, so let's go ahead and switch it over to Outlaw, where we talk about what happens on the Outlaw Mud circuit. A lot of Outlaw shit to talk about with TNA. They basically they take up all of this shit pretty much. So let's start out with, we talked a lot about, in our previous stream, TNA Online Support, we talked about Tommy Dreamer leaving. We talked about Sammy Callahan leaving. We'll have another Sammy thing for you, but we also talked about, what was it, just a lot of people, top names leaving. Road Dogg possibly coming in, but a big name to us. And we got some news on her, Tessa Blanchard. So,
yeah.
Tessa claims that TNA made her choose between them and CMLL. So here's how it went. She said, the truth is I have received a lot of messages from friends and news, and I haven't replied to any of them yet. I want to sort things out and set the record straight today. Here I have a life, and I feel very happy. So TNA asked her, you got to decide which one. You want to be CMLL or TNA? And
which is stupid. It's stupid in a way, but it's also reasonable because I think they're trying to like lock down talents and have more stability. But then also, like because she's with CMLL. Well, if WWE and TNA are partnered, like WWE owns AAA, and AAA is a competitor to CMLL. So from what I know, CMLL is basically saying, okay, because we got this AAA competition, we don't want to have any part of WWE.
I get it. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. For me, though, it's just like, she's an open-ended contract. I don't see the but who knows? I mean, maybe it might be a TNA deal, a sale coming up, and we'll have more information on that coming up. But I really think a sale could be coming up. That's why they asked her to pick sides, because they're like, hey, we maybe can get you in NXT, or you want to go to AEW where you can make more money. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'll go to AEW where I can make more money. Fuck you.
And see, that's such a great point, because like hypothetically now, there, from all the reports, there is not an imminent sale. But if there is a sale, WWE can't have a CMLL contract, a wrestler under contract. That's competition in AAA. So I get it. I get why they would basically ask you, hey, you're gonna have to make a decision here.
I get it. No, totally. I understand. So she was saying, I have many goals to achieve here, and I've already reached the top of the mountain. I won everything over there, but here I had many dreams and goals to pursue. I need to focus on my career, my life here in Mexico, and from this moment, I'm 100% with CMLL. And like I said, I can't blame her for doing that. She pretty much already did everything in TNA. It would have just been her rising back to the top of the mountain where she had already been. So I get it. I get her goals, and she's still young. She's got a lot of time ahead of her. But another news piece on her. So Tessa was about halfway through a 3-year deal before departing TNA. So this shows you right here is that she still had 1.5 years left on her career, on her TNA career. And they asked her, hey, you're going to fucking make a choice right now. So, but you look at what TNA is resigning, and they're resigning like Tasha Steele. She's one of those talents. Truly's favorite wrestler, Allie the Buddy, got re-signed. Probably for some fucking rotten carrots and a couple pieces of Monopoly money. I don't, they're not paying their talent much, but yeah, she got re-signed
like a carton of stale Oreos. Here you go.
There you go. Trey Miguel got re-signed. I guess it pays more than AT&T, so he signed with TNA. They kept. I like Trey. I think he's a decent talent. He'll get better in TNA over time. And then they continued with their awesome new signings. Like, who wasn't clamoring for fucking Dak Draper to come in?
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's Dak Draper. He's trying to look like Tom Selleck if he were a gay porn star, and here you go.
I mean, he looks like Joey Ryan if he were in shape,
Like Joey Ryan on steroids. I can see it. Yeah, for sure. So that's what's going on. Great news signing, not really. But TNA, they're having a street team. This is crazy. So they got a street team. They're expanding their street team and looking for motivated fans in Boston, Albany, Philadelphia, and Chicago. Street team members must be 18 plus. Will help promote upcoming TNA live events by hanging posters, distributing flyers, and much more. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I think that's just an easy way to get people tickets. That's what I'm looking at it right now as.
Very well could be. I mean, it very well could be. Now, this is something normal that TNA does. Like, this is not out of the ordinary. They have street teams. Like, all these companies have I think even WWE has a street team. Or no, my bad. AEW has a street team. So this is normal. Like, this is not like out of the ordinary, but I wouldn't be advertising this right now as you're just letting go a bunch of people, a bunch of top names. So I don't know, just bad timing in my view.
Yeah, very bad timing, but that's TNA for you. So, let's go ahead and talk about this right here. News on the Anthem sale. So, sources, Anthem's Len Asper has set a $30 million floor for a potential sale of TNA with a preferred price in the $40 million to $50 million range. So they're talking about what underpins this price, and it would be AMC TV, which includes guaranteed money now plus option of years down the line. So they explain what's up with this. We'll find out if somebody bids, but that's crazy, though, that TNA is actually stating a number now,
There's an actual number, yeah. And that number does make sense. I get, the company probably has a lot of debt, and so I'm guessing that $40 to $50 million, I'm guessing that includes the debt. So I guess the debt's factored into it, or
yeah, who knows what's up with that, man. But yeah, so here's what's up on the street team. That's what I think it means. I think it means you're getting free tickets. Just saying. Just saying.
$0 and zeros. He got free. So he's got comp tickets right there. Okay.
That he does, comp tickets. So let's go ahead and talk about the TNA OVW deal. So these two are working together. What are your thoughts on this? I'll be right back.
Well, okay, so my thoughts on this are, I get what TNA is trying to do here. What they're trying to do is get a bunch of talents. They're trying to develop them, make it easier for them to bring them into TNA, not have to constantly eye all these different indies and do all this. So this makes sense. Al Snow is a good trainer. I'll give him that. I think he's a shitty booker, but he is a good trainer. So I'll say that about Al Snow. That's one good thing I'll say about Al Snow. There are some talents in OVW that I think have potential. Like the J-Rod chick, she's an OVW. I think she's got potential. There's a chick there called Katie Gannon who I think would be perfect in the fucking Elegance brand, if they were to bring her in.
Nice.
So there's that. There's, God, I forget their men's champion right now. He's not bad. Like it's nothing to write. I'll put it this, like, the roster is really nothing to write home about outside of J-Rod, really, for the most part. But it's to me, I don't see any downside to this. I really don't. I don't think this is going to lead to like Al Snow getting on the creative team. But honestly, with all the people that are leaving, that would also not surprise me. What would he bring? Because I've seen OVW's product. I've seen his recent product. It's like NWA with less of a budget and more of a fixation on long matches.
Dude, could you imagine how bad it would be? Road Dogg, Delirious, and Al Snow on a creative team together. That's that's a Mark Armageddon right there. That's horrible.
TNA would be dead. Like, TNA would actually be dead. For all the people out there saying, TNA's not going to die, we're doing better than ever. That would kill TNA. Like, as bad as Tommy Dreamer was, at least he was at least trying to make it somewhat entertaining. These three guys, they'll make it match mark to fuck. And like, the matches will be bare minimum 20 minutes long. Because I swear to God, every time I go to watch an OVW stream, 20-minute match, 20-minute match, 20 minute, like, it's cut the fucking match length down. It's a fucking, like, I don't know why they're putting that. It's LVW sucks. Al Snow's a shitty booker, but he is a good talent coach. So I think it could work in that regard. As long as he's just a talent coach, fine. If he's in creative for TNA, no.
Just even with Hunter Johnson and Road Dogg, that's enough for me to completely give up on TNA. And just the possibility of Al Snow joining in, I'm banning TNA. I am banning any sort of, like, I will not watch TNA until they get sold by another company. Or did they get picked up by another company? Or WWE. I'm not watching them.
Well, I'll put it like this. So with what they're doing, they're very measured. They're very strategic. They do take, like, for me, it should not have taken this long to fire Tommy Dreamer. Now, apparently all this time, Tommy Dreamer was the head of creative, and it was Hunter Johnson working under him. Okay, so now Hunter Johnson's now the head of creative. Now, if you know anything about Hunter Johnson's booking and who he booked for Ring of Honor. He booked, like, in Ring of Honor in its dying days, like when they were losing everybody and no one fucking cared. That's who Hunter Johnson is. He's not going to bring anything to the table. We were saying for months and months and months when Carlos Silva was first brought in, you got to fire all of Scott D'Amore's team. Cleanse them all. Get them all out. They got rid of another one, and we'll cover his name, and we'll cover him. But they got to get rid of Hunter Johnson. You got to bring in a prestige TV writer. And I don't want to hear any excuses because they're literally in a partnership with AMC, the prestige drama home. Contact AMC, see if if there's like a prestige drama writer for like Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad or Walking Dead that's available that they could bring in. I'm sure there's got to be some guy. I'm not talking like he's like the head of creative for that those shows, but like one of the writers, somebody.
I don't have the producer's name that you're talking about. Producer Levon, some bullshit. I forgot his name. Anyways, he got let go. But, so what was going on with TNA? And by the way, I think he also tanked Chikara as well. So he takes so many,
yes, he did.
Many fucking companies. Like, Hunter is so terrible at his job. But, one of the people who could have gotten creative had a shot at it because he does a lot around there is Sami Callihan. And they passed on Sami Callihan, not only passed on him, but fired him. So here's what Sami had to talk about his firing.
Take us through the phone call, please. I had woke up at, I think, like 10:30, 11, and my phone was blown up. Hey, Tommy's done at TNA, and the amount of people on the roster that messaged me is like, it's finally your time. You're getting added to creative. You're getting added to creative. You're getting added to creative. Within 5 minutes of me waking up and getting all those text messages, I got a notification in my email. Hey, we need to have a conference call at 1. And in my mind, I was like, oh shit. Getting added to creative. Like, this is what I've been lobbying for years. It's what a lot of, maybe not all of them, but a lot of major people on the roster at TNA has been lobbying for years. It's what I had dangling in front of my face from another administration before this current administration. I was like, it's finally happening. So I get on the Zoom call and they start talking. I was like, and in my mind, I'm like, maybe this is still maybe I'm getting ad. And then, yeah, it came to, we're sorry to us, we're going to have to part ways. And I kind of went off. I am not one of the people that usually goes off like this. I try not to be very profanity laced. And I don't think it was a thing of screaming or yelling, but I stated my case. I knew that company, I feel like, almost better than anybody, from the wrestling to the production to everyone there. And I had good relationships with everyone. I stated my case. I was like, hey, this is why I think you're making a terrible mistake. This is why I think this isn't happening right now. I am not the guy. And I was told as part of that Workplace Reduction Act, and I went, that should not be me. I never thought in a million, I thought I was going to be a lifer at TNA. And I was talking to some friends of the company yesterday, and I said, I think my loyalness to the company that I'm working for is good and bad. I think I'm loyal to companies to a fault at this point, when I could have left years ago and went on to do other things.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Revolver didn't sign with ID. Maybe they did, but I don't. That's what I think it is. You know, if he's not on board, they're like, all right, get rid of him. Same thing with Tessa.
Yeah, well, and the thing too, like looking at that, watching that, what we just watched, does that look like a guy who's professional to you? Like he would fit in like in a corporate environment?
No, it's pro wrestling. No. Yeah, no, he's
right. Well, but that's my point. Is I think that's what's going on in TNA right now. Is they're cleansing out all of the unprofessional people, and they're trying to make it more of a straight laced professional operation, and they're getting rid of the people they think are getting in the way of that. So you know, they're not stupid. They know what they're doing. If they do something that we disagree with, it's not because they're stupid. It's because they have a certain idea of like where they're trying to get this professionally, and there's people that are going to need to be fired, and there's a lot of unpopular decisions that are going to need to be made. Now, do I think that TNA is dying or on its deathbed? No, I don't. But that does not mean that a sale is impossible. That does not mean that like Vince is like, yeah, I'm free. I'm going to buy TNA now.
No, don't do that, Vince. No.
I'm going to buy TNA. I'm going to fireball.
Fuck that shithole.
Yeah.
It's not even worth rebranding. Fucking Vince. No, please. Please, no.
Please. Yeah, we're going to call it Poop on My Secretary's Head Pro. Yeah.
Oh, please, no. God, I hope not, man.
Buy
that would
Vince.
be...
Buy it.
No, please, Vince, don't. Buy MLW and revamp it. I'd prefer that.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Got better talent, honestly.
It does.
Let's be real. But let's talk about one of Vince's favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
CM Punk will return to Bareback My Sister Fighting League on June 26th. So if you want to hear his amazing commentary, see him all jacked to the fucking gills, bursting out of his business suit like a real fucking tough guy. Yeah. You'll watch on June 26th on, I think, Fight Pass. I think they're on Fight Pass.
Yeah, I'm straight edge if you exclude steroids and meth and alcohol and cigarettes. Yeah, I'm totally straight edge. Look at me. I look like I'm straight edge, don't I?
Yeah, you certainly do, Punk.
You do. Yeah, I mean, anybody who thinks it's a gimmick, they're a fucking mark. Simple as that. Speaking of MLW, though, they got a partnership going on with New Japan Pro Wrestling World.
Oh, God.
This shows you right here that being a fucking hardcore mark pro wrestling promoter, it always leads to the worst decisions. New Japan is fucking dying right now. So MLW is like, hey, we're just going to put our brand new weekly show on New Japan World. A fucking fourth-rate streaming service that nobody watches. I think more people have Impact Plus than they have New Japan World, dude. I think more people have Ring of Honor Club than they do have fucking New Japan World. Terrible fucking business decision. Court Bauer is a dumb mark. Holy shit.
Well, and that's the thing, man. It's like MLW's got potential. They really do. Not with the people who are running it. Not with the mark idiots that are running that company.
Yeah, just very stupid decisions. So they also did one of their top guys, Alex Kane, dirty. So Alex was saying, so MLW had no problem with having my matches on my YouTube for all these years, and now they want me to take them down. Wild. It's kind of fucked up considering Alex is one of their homegrowns, you know, one of their top guys. And not only that, but it's a fucking shitty YouTube show. Who gives a shit?
Right. Well, and that's the thing, man. It's like, if you have like MLW content on your channel, I'd be careful. I would put them in the same boat as AEW now. If you have any AEW content on your channel, like they could come after it.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk, honestly. Just
No.
saying. So R.I.P. to Jordan Saint. He was killed in a head-on crash in Long Island. Thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Very tragic to see. Pete Dunne was recently on the Indies, and he was talking about how, hey, no matter what happens, I promise one thing. Anytime I've given a chance to step in these between these ropes, I'm going to prove to you all that I'm still one of the best wrestlers in the world. So in other words, he might be let go soon. That's what I got out of that, is that it feels like he's going to get let go soon.
He's going to get to show the world how awesome his joint manipulation is. Oh, he's bending his fingers. Oh my God, how devastatingly painful. It's not. It's really not.
And you know Tony's going to jump on him like a fucking pit bull on a T-bone. He's going to jump right on this dude.
Pete Dunne. I got Pete Dunne. Holy fucking shit.
Immediately, we're going to see some bullshit like Will Ospreay versus Pete Dunne in a fucking random Dynamite main event that gets like 400K. That's what we're going to see. Lucky us.
Probably the main event will probably like Pete Dunne versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the AEW World Title.
Oh my God.
Knowing our luck with AEW, you know, it's
just saying it could be really fucking bad. But let's go ahead and show you some outlaw clips. So there's a new soccer luchador over in IWRG to keep an eye out for.
Algunos movimientos demostrando que sabe cómo arrastrar el esférico goleador y después intentando hacerle un túnel a Histeriosis y al propio Rey.
Sign him.
TNA
sign him.
Dude, this is the new IWRG is the new goofball Mexican indie. They got the fucking dude in the puppy dog suit who does moonsaults. They got Santana Jackson. It's becoming the full-on goofball luchador. It's basically Mexican Chikara at this point. Good for them.
You know what? Like in TNA, if you get Santana Jackson, I might watch. I might have to watch.
At least for Santana Jackson, that's it.
Yeah.
He's a good, talented guy. But, somebody who they passed on, I don't get it, is Matt Riddle. But Matt Riddle was doing an interview recently, and he was talking about how he might step back into MMA.
Have you ever thought about getting back into MMA? I would love to see you step in the octagon one last time.
You know, this haircut kind of makes me want to go back. Right now, I would love to. It's a money thing. Right now, I make a very good penny professional wrestling. I wrestle every weekend almost. I'm steady, I'm busy. With the fight, I really want to take it serious. Train at least 6 weeks hard and not have to worry about, oh, did I get slammed through a table or my neck's hurt? I want to go into a fight 100. I've been offered a couple fights with BKFC and other organizations, but things just didn't align right, either for me or for them. If the money's right, I got the body, I got the moves, I can move them, Shawn Michaels.
Jake Paul does have an MMA promotion now, MVP MMA.
Yeah.
On Netflix recently.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be a great fit there.
I think I would be a great fit. I think I'd be a great fit for Misfits. Dylan Dennis is their welterweight champion. I used to teach that kid how to wrestle. No disrespect, his jiu-jitsu is sick, but I'm me. I beat up everybody, and I think he's a cool dude. I think it'd be a good fight. But also MVP, wealth of talent, and I could fight there. UFC. I was ranked top 10 when I got fired at 27. I'm 40 now, but I've only gotten better. I'm like a fine wine. I get better with time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, my door's always open. I don't hold beats or anything. But at the end of the day, the numbers have to make sense.
Numbers have to make sense.
Dollars have to make sense.
Dollars have to make sense.
Especially my back door, bro. You make you fake.
Did you understand a single word he said? How high was he?
I'm serious. He needs a translator. This motherfucker needs subtitles. I'm just saying. But Matt Riddle, he's just zonked off his fucking head. I was just like, I don't know. If I were Matt Riddle and I'd be like interviewed by this guy, I'd be so distracted by the autistic clicker. He keeps on clicking in the background. I'd be like, you please save that after the interview, please. Anyways, let's go ahead and show you a clip from Micro Pro Wrestling. They're doing a lot of weird shit in the ring, and some of it's cool.
Okay, are you ready? On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Make some noise for Muffin! Hell yeah! All right.
And I mean, big fat goth butts, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Hot goth chicks getting spanked by a midget. Okay, Hey,
I
JCW, that's your next gimmick idea. There you go.
I'm telling you, man, there's real fucking potential there. But let's go ahead, since it's old school road stories, we got to talk about some old school road story stuff. So we'll start it out with Scott Hall. Now, Scott Hall had a story where he was talking about how when he was working at a nightclub back in the day, he had to take care of somebody.
I remember what he was wearing, what I was wearing, what it smelled like. I mean, it's burnt in my brain. Like, I drilled him, he went down, and his shirt went up, and he was reaching for the gun, so I reached for it too. We wrestled around with the gun. I took it and shot him in the head. Point blank with a .45 caliber. A guy's dead. And I'm the reason, and this is bad.
Familiar with Scott Hall? He's calling people, telling them goodbye. He's committing suicide. He's taken handfuls of levitiracin.
The last name's going to be Hall. First name's Scott. Extremely impaired drinking and attempting to possibly drink himself to death.
Somebody told me I'd written a suicide note or something. I'm thinking, what? No, I thrive on misery.
It's insane, man. Like, the more you look into these wrestlers from the 90s and 80s, they had the most fucked up lives. Like, all of them have seen death. All of them have seen, like, overdose. All of them have seen just fucked up shit. Like, war veteran type of stuff, Like, it just, man. It's insane, It's really insane. But, let's go ahead and show you something cool. This was from, I guess, a SmackDown Shut Your Mouth commercial. I had never seen it, but here it is. Rock getting some justice done.
Oh, Kurt Angle is kicking your butt, boy.
That's pretty funny, ain't it, huh? That's pretty funny, Kurt Angle beating the crap out of me, huh? You think it's funny?
No.
Why don't you come with me? Come on. Why don't you come downstairs with me, you little bird-chested geek?
Is that funny? Come on, laugh for me now. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Stand up. Stand up. Here comes the pain.
No, not the pain. Oh, Randy, I don't like this assignment. Why did I get this assignment?
Damn.
It is always great seeing Brock fuck random people up, dude. Always a good thing. Always a good thing. So let's go ahead and switch over here. Give me 1 second, man. Alrighty. So let's go ahead. It is time for a little bit of Cody time. Talk about some Cody stuff. He said some very, very stupid things. So we'll start off with this one right here. JC, you ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty.
WWE star Cody Rhodes explains why he loves The Last Jedi. I love it. Love, but my reason is fairly personal and oddly wrestling related. When these legends come back, they're not the same. Didn't want Luke with dyed hair and an 8-pack doing flips. I got a broken old man with one last real punch in him. But it was a hell of a punch. Kind of like Terry Funk. Oh,
yeah. He turned into Dr. Frankenfurter at the end. But
how do you do, man? Have you met my faithful handyman?
Ricky Taints. But yeah, we got Cody. I love the hypocrisy here. Cody wants wrestling to stop disclosing behind the scenes details.
Thanks for going to stop caring. Tell that to Netflix and Unreal, you fucking geek. Right. Yeah, it's like, seriously, Cody, it's like, I want the fans to shut the fuck up and enjoy the show. Okay, well, no, Cody, you want people to shut up? How about you tell your big-nosed dumb cuck boss to stop doing Unreal?
For real. But he won't do that because he's a hypocrite and a dipshit and a douchebag and a duck-faced dog lover. So here's what he was saying. He revealed when he passes, he wants his funeral to be fully gimmicked. He wants wrestlers in their attires, and he wants to be buried in his American Nightmare robe. Rhodes wants his funeral to pay homage to DC Comic Identity Crisis.
Oh,
Good Lord, what a geek! What a fucking geek! Can you imagine like this motherfucker doing a Marvel-themed funeral? Good Lord.
What? So I dressed up as Link. Oh,
you know he will. Oh, man.
Give him a cute little sword on his back. Oh, yes.
Good Lord.
Cody, what is wrong with you? Come on, buddy.
Fucked in the head, Cody. You're fucked in the head. You got some serious mental problems. Especially, like, it's one thing for, like, for example, Nick Swartzen to joke about, like, having his body come down from the rafters on wires and dance around to techno when he's dead. That's one thing. But for Cody to want a Marvel-themed funeral, good Lord, insane, man. So it's time for Modern Wrestlers Are Marks, where we talk about the marks that are running the industry. First, we'll start out with one that got kicked out of the industry in The Rock's daughter. So former WWE NXT General Manager Ava says she received criticism from so many angry conservative men. So Simone Johnson, aka Ava, she got a lot of negative feedback on X. So she went on Downside with Gianmarco Cerezi and addressed the backlash.
I was quite used to getting hated on by wrestling fans, and I was like, all right, whatever, fine. I'm used to that blah, 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 shitting on me because of who they did, who my dad is. They'd be calling me every type of slur, but that's from wrestling fans. Oh, there are so many angry conservative men there. I was like, you don't even know who I am.
Well, let us know, Mr. Johnson. Let us know who you truly are.
You're the Rock's son, Simon, huh?
Sorman.
So that's our last battle.
Just let us know, man. Let us know. But another questionable person who has a lot of questions about what they got in between their pants is Athena. So Athena beat Suri in the main event of Global War Cincinnati to retain her ROH Women's Championship. 1,287 days and counting. And nobody gives a shit.
I know.
Nobody gives a shit.
You know, like some fucking like deranged margin like, don't you know? Take on 1,287 days. And who gives a fuck when you're on the women's champion? Like,
she's a legend, you fucking idiot.
She's a legend. I'm like, fatty fuck, I don't care. I don't care about her 1,287 days as the who gives a fuck women's world champion Ring of Honor bullshit. Who cares? You know, I don't care.
Does not matter. But Athena, she felt the need to whine even though she's got a record-breaking shitty championship belt that nobody cares about. So she said,
honestly, I feel like some type of way about stuff right now. Maybe I'll explain one day. But for now, a vague post.
Look at this. This is what I hate about a lot of pro wrestlers nowadays. You'll be getting paid shitloads of money. You'll have a fucking awesome title reign, and you'll still say passive-aggressive shit about your boss. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, it's so fucked up. It's like, you know, Tony Khan is paying her, what, to barely be on TV? He's paying her, I would imagine, decent money, probably better money than she was getting in WWE, and yet she's going to complain. Like the unprofessional, whiny crybaby. What are we doing here?
What a bitch.
Seriously.
But Bayley had the following to say.
Listen, motherfucker. You come here and you fucking listen real fucking good. Haley Williams was sent here to Earth to heal us all, okay? And if you don't fucking agree, I'll take you out back to the fucking woods.
So is she part of the fake alien invasion? I mean, if you look at her, you see those spaced across eyes. She looks like E.T.'s sister, just saying. I get it.
Well, I mean, she used to be hot. Like, she used to be attractive, and you know, age comes for us all, I guess. Yeah.
That it does. That it does.
Yeah, it does.
So, Bischoff had a lot of retarded shit to say about Road Dogg and how he would be a huge leap forward for TNA over Tommy Dreamer. So we'll start. This is a couple pieces. So start out with this one.
Road Dogg's abilities, his skill, his instinct, his relationship with talent, his ability to motivate talent to do better. I 100% believe he has all of these qualities. In a place like TNA Wrestling, I think he'd take a huge leap forward from Tommy Dreamer, who doesn't really have any TV experience.
That's not true.
Bullshit.
And what experience he has is extremely limited, and not really what I would consider television experience as far as creative. Wrestling, yeah, fine. He was a former wrestler. Learned enough about performing. He's got that background. But he has never sat in a room with television executives to understand their goals, needs, the way they have to operate, and tailor their creative to those needs. Probably not.
Almost there.
That's the advantage that Road Dogg would have. He's had a broader base of TV experience at a very high level with very well-established networks. And he's gonna one of these days, oh shit.
He's turtle heading.
If we're to end up in TNA, he'll bring that experience, but he'll also bring very valuable experience that he learned during that era where he became successful. And I think the ability to marry both of those skills together in those categories makes someone like Road Dogg extremely valuable to TNA.
And all I gotta say to that is, Eric, I don't know, Eric, I don't know.
I think you're retarded. It's all I gotta say. You're fucking retarded, Eric Bischoff, if that's what you think, man. He always has the worst ideas.
I know.
Like, I swear, all ex-wrestling veterans have the worst ideas. And it continues on with Bully Ray, who compares AEW missing on WWE's Danhausen to top Attitude Era star in WCW.
Oh, no. Tell me. Tell me he didn't.
On Busted Open Radio, Bully Ray questioned AEW missing the boat on Danhausen after he left the company in February. He asked if AEW missing out on him is as big a deal as Steve Austin being fumbled in WCW.
Oh my God.
I'm just talking about missing an opportunity with a certain talent because this is glaring. It's not about AEW didn't use him. He showed up on WWE. He had a couple of matches. He'd be selling merchandise. Wow, he's doing good. This kid is fucking doing everything right now. He's doing stuff reserved for the upper echelon of WWE. So, co-host Grandma LaGreca noted that AEW wouldn't be able to do what's been done with Danhausen in WWE, but even a room full of writers couldn't have scripted what he did for the Knicks. Bully Ray agreed that AEW president Tony Khan doesn't understand how to book someone like Danhausen. Tony Khan knows how to book Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. It's one of his strengths as a matchmaker, but Danhausen isn't in his wheelhouse. Both hosts said that nobody is begging for Danhausen to be booked in a title match against Roman Reigns. He's now more of a cultural figure. So apparently they say that Danhausen may never have a 5-star match, blah, 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 blah. The whole point that I'm getting at is they're comparing Danhausen to Steve Austin. Do they not see how fucking retarded that is?
Well, let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. If you don't think Danhausen is the next Stone Cold Steve Austin, you're a fucking idiot. And you know what? And if he doesn't become, I can blame one person. Fuck you, Rock. Fuck you, Rock. It's all your fault. You fucked over Cody Rhodes that one time, and you're fucking over Danhausen.
And you know, there's gonna be like so many dipshits that are gonna stick up for this stupid shit. There's so many motherfuckers that are gonna be like, I don't know, give it some time, because the Ringmaster Steve Austin didn't have great merch moves, but Danhausen's already moving that in his first year. Amplify that times 10, he's gonna be like 10 times the merch mover that Stone Cold was.
It'd be funny if like Dave starts like talking shit about Dan. He's like, yeah, I mean, you just merch, but he's not really gonna give you a great match. And then like him and Tony have another falling out. And he's like, well, actually, Danhausen's a really strong merch seller and selling a lot of tickets, and he's really a big boon to the business. I mean, you could be like the next Stone Cold Steve Austin. We could be looking at it.
No way in hell. Not even close, man.
I would just love to see Dave do that. Just the turn, because that one turn he did, it was like
amazing.
It's like sucking Tony's dick. Tony goes on the Russo podcast. It's like, yeah, I'm not really liking AEW this fight. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go to the San Jose SmackDown and get caught on camera being there to send a message to Tony Khan. That fucking and then now he's sucking his dick again. So it's like I would love to see that. I would just love to see the hypocritical turn that only Dave Meltzer could do. Only a brain that autistically retarded could come up with something like that.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because notice the turn, man. At one time, AEW actually was trying to do different stuff, with the Darby Allin car wreck and stuff. And he was talking to Vince Russo around that time too. And I think Dave gave him an ultimatum. He's like, look, my dick or his, pick one right now. And Tony had to make a choice. He had to go with his other life partner, Dave Meltzer. That's who he was forced with, man. And notice right around that time, it went right back to Matchmark bullshit.
It did.
After Dave showed up on the SmackDown, which he never did, never shows up at WWE shows. When he did that, they had a little bit of a fallout for about a week or two, and then he was right back on Tony's side.
You know, Dave Bro said, he was like, listen, Tony, okay, let's use a little bit of logic here. Better the dick you do know than the dick you don't know.
You never know what STDs you might get. I mean, I got a couple, but you already got them.
Yeah, you're fucking right. You're right, dude. You're fucking right.
He knows what's up, man. He's the wrestling genius. Matt Cardona said,
just sold an ECW toy ring and my butthole in the LA Fitness parking lot.
thanks for letting us know, Matt. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I was sure he didn't say he sold an ECW toy ring in his butthole.
Maybe he's got a fucking showcase, the display case in his butthole. Who knows? Maybe
reach in, touch the merchandise.
It's so stinky. No. Did he learn like secret asshole stretching techniques from Dolph Ziggler? Like, I don't want to know. In fact, I don't want to know. I'm good.
To quote Dolph Ziggler,
oh, he's so weird. But another weirdo. This is a big time weirdo. Is Carlos Silva, who said, "Bang bang, Sosa." I'm sorry, but fucking Ricky Sosa he's a fucking jobber, dude. He's a fucking indie jobber with no character, flips and kicks. I hate to say it, he's like a fucking Temu version of BDE. Like, you don't need him. You already got BDE. Like, fucking just let him go back to the fucking French Indies. Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, let him go back to the French Indies. Well, and like bang bang Sosa. So, dude, come on, like that is like that's something I could see like a 58-year-old fucking grandma saying, you know.
They're trying to get this like they're trying to make it some Michael Cole shit. It never will be.
No.
It never will be. But Cash had to do some whining recently. So everybody's fat trucker retard, everybody's favorite fat trucker retard, Cash Wheeler, calls out internet trolls, and here's what he had to say. So,
I used to really enjoy partaking more in social media, especially when we were on larger travels like long flights and long bus rides, you know, and me and Dax always going barebacking. But then it gets to a point where people don't really find humor in it anymore. It just opens up another door for somebody else to try to break down, make it negative, and take it seriously when that's not the tone. I also think I've become more of a private person over time. I've always been pretty private, but now I'm getting to the point where I'm flashing my gun out at people when I'm driving on the street. I think that when I'm at home, I must stop yelling at my wife. I need to watch my fucking fake gay wrestling. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid bitch. So I'm going to get a haircut. I'm going to have Dax move in, and we're going steady. I tell you what, I just bought the ring, and I'm going to put it on this finger. I guarantee you. That's all he said.
So you punks going to officiate my gay wedding?
Yeah. Minister Punk at your service. Yeah.
Let me pull out the cock ring. Exchange your cock rings and your vows, or I'll break your face. Yeah.
The Flower Girls are just going to be a bunch of trans dudes. We already know what's up.
I think one of them's going to be Danhausen.
Oh, yes, very much. Danhausen is a gay trans dude. Oh, yes. Fake titties.
We got a clip later to show you of that. We'll get to that.
I can't wait.
But now it's time for Cornette, because Cornette had some stuff to say.
All right, get ready.
Okay.
It's like a process. I got to.
You have to, yes, because he gets squealy. All right, ready? Okay.
I present to the world the two princesses, their heirs to the throne, Nature Boy Buddy Cornette and Alfred Puddensworth.
You fucking old Kentucky Fried Geek. What the fuck? Alfred Puddingsworth. Oh, Cornette, you're eternally a funny old geek. That's for dang sure. Wow. Tears
Cornette.
of joy here.
Oh, thank you.
Great man. Thank you, Jimmy, for that. So let's go ahead and show you this. So, Duff Juice said, "To all you dick riding lames at the White House," and I'll show you the quote later. But this is what Jim had to say about CM Punk.
TKO can buy professional services, but not his values.
Yeah.
Crap, motherfucker!
CM Punk is a man of morals and values, an upstanding citizen if there ever was one.
Well, goddamn, I kind of hope CM Punk went there. I bet he'd whoop all their fucking asses. Goddamn. Come with Stan Hansen, they'd fucking kill them all.
So they came up with a quote for him from Punk when he just joined with AEW. But this is what he had to say.
Is this Punk or Cornette?
This is Punk.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't go to the White House. If David Duke invites me over for tacos, I'm not going. A racist is a racist. And I call it like I see it. Yeah. But I work for a guy who constantly goes to the White House and is chummy with the president, and it's I'm not a hypocrite at all. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Such values CM Punk stands for. So, somebody who also stands for great values, like his teeth falling out, are Don Callis. So Don, here's what he had to say.
Okay. Hold up.
To all the New York Marks and Stooges, once in 53 years you'll win, unlike Take a Shit.
Oh, Don, please, get some Fix-A-Dent, man. For the love of God, get some Fix-A-Dent and keep that shit in there, because his teeth have already fell out like 3 times on a Dynamite.
Well, his teeth, his hair, his brain,
everything's just falling out, man. Keep it intact. Keep it in, man. Somebody who has a hard time keeping it together, though, is Deonna Purrazzo, who snaps back after a creepy fan encounter. The internet loves to act like women want to be victims. So, Jordan Grace was sharing her story about anyone in the public eye should have some sort of security. So Deonna was saying that last August, a man drove 2 hours from Connecticut to meet her at WrestleCon, thinking they were in a relationship. So she had to let him down gently that he had been catfished. So the next day, he drove back to Connecticut to watch her wrestle at a local show.
Whoa.
She called the Orlando police to file a report when she got home because she wanted documented that this man already traveled across state lines twice to see her. They said because the incident happened in Florida, they couldn't do nothing. And she said, this is why I train with firearms. This is why I carry pepper spray. And this is why I have an alarm on my keychain. Smart woman, at least in that aspect. Can't be too careful with these crazies, man.
Nah, I mean, you can't be. I mean, now, she is a big woman.
Yeah.
I mean, her body in and of itself is a weapon. She can just fall on the guy,
Well, that's a great thing. Is like she's just basically a big lead weight. What type of guys? You can't kidnap a fat chick. It don't work like that. Sorry.
It's like trying to kidnap a whale. It's good luck.
They've always said, hey, fat kids are hard to kidnap. So that's a good thing about her. But
yes, it's true.
So she replied to this and she said, I never called this man a stalker. He was catfished. So she's trying to SJW out of it. This is from someone who believed my real marriage was a PR stunt. Yeah, that's why they're in every photo together on Instagram and do videos together and have a podcast together. Totally. So I had no way of knowing how he would react. So yes, still coming to the show was alarming and had me concerned for my safety. And this is, I would say to every woman out there in pro wrestling, do what Deonna's doing. Carry a weapon with you, carry some bear mace, carry some way to protect yourself. This is frustrating too, because they make like they're the toughest women on TV. Yeah, look at Sonya Deville. She fucking was screaming bloody murder when she saw Hornswoggle in her closet jacking off, That's all that really and that shit traumatized her too. And this chick could fight. She used to be an MMA fighter, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, for a woman like Deonna Purrazzo, it's like, okay, if you don't want to have weapons, if you don't want to fall on them, eat them,
There you go.
Start eating the fans. There you go.
Just, cover it in a little bit of barbecue sauce and you're good to go. But, Deonna.
Fucking great. She goes out to the crowd, has like a fork and a knife, and just looking at a fan, licking her lips like,
I didn't get my 4 snack today.
She fucking stabs the fork into the fucking Mark in the front row.
Ooh,
pulls him up, her in her mouth.
You could already see it.
It's like Tony Robbins hungry.
Shay was saying, why don't you report why so many of your peers are asking for releases? AJ said, because they tell their own stories. Why do idiots like you pretend Steph wanting to, because she wants to wrestle, and Mila wanting to because she's not on TV, and Mackley wanted to because he doesn't like creative, and they're being champ for 216 days of the year, are all the same reason, because you're dumb. And then Deonna thought that was passive-aggressive. She's like, after being champ for 260 days of the year is incredibly passive-aggressive. If you don't report because they tell their own stories, then let them and don't do this shit. You know, like AJ's just laughing at her, like, sure, you fucking fat little dumpy SJW. Fuck off. You don't care.
It's like, both you and your dumbass husband are out this company.
Hey, AJ is, as far as I'm seeing, he's staying around. So hopefully they push him as a main eventer. The guy's got talent. So
yeah, absolutely, do it.
Somebody who's rotting away over in Ring of Honor right now is Eddie Kingston. So Eddie Kingston became such a fucking mark that the cops were called on him because he was screaming about the New York Knicks winning the NBA championship.
My neighbors called the cops on me after OG hit that shot to win the game for the Knicks because I was screaming and yelling and I threw a bunch of stuff in the house.
Who destroys their own house when the Knicks are winning? Don't you do that if you lost the bet? Like, this motherfucker is like trashing his flat screen, knocking over vases, fucking damaging windows, like to the point the cops are calling on his ass. How old is he again?
It's like gotta be in his like mid-40s. Like,
good lord, what a goofy!
Like, I get celebrating, but like, do you gotta like wreck your own house? Like, I mean, shit. Like, why didn't you just light your house on fire? It's like, yeah, the Knicks win.
Oh, don't worry about it. Tony will get me a new one. It's all good.
I want to move to Alaska anyways.
I can't do it. I'm shutting down AEW.
Cutbacks.
You could live in your Knicks jersey. There you go.
There you go, man. It's something. Go back to living in your car like the indie days. But Gail had to talk about the whole Tessa situation. So Miss Moore Legend said, good, and I still give Gail Kim the side eye for advocating for her so hard to her comeback, all because her racism and bullying weren't towards anyone Asians, because that's the only time she cares. Gail said, wrong. I never advocated for her. I just didn't fight giving her a second chance to everyone who wanted to bring her in. Not every decision around the KO division was made by me, just so everyone is clear on that. I was TR and producer. I never did creative either. Don't speak on matters you actually don't know anything about. So here she didn't, like she could have replied the right way to this, and instead it was basically an idiot replying to another idiot. That's what we got here.
It was an idiot off. That's two idiots going at each other. It's like, Gail, why even bother?
It's pointless. It's pointless. Like, really, with these fans, it's fucking pointless, man. I don't get it. But I will say that one wrestling fan is getting way too much publicity now, and I'm ready for it to fucking die. She even got an award. Look at this shit. Janelle Grant wins 2026 Advocacy in Action Award from CT. So I get Cock Tease Alliance to End Sexual Violence. So Janelle Grant is being honored by the Cock Tease Alliance to End Sexual Violence with the 2026 Advocacy in Action Award. The organization shared on Instagram that Grant will be honored in September at their annual breakfast.
Oh, God. Hey, you know what, Janelle? You can win an award for that bullshit, but you can't win the case. And that's all that really mattered. Fuck you.
Take your fucking small victory and please ride off to the sunset and never come back. For the love of God.
Please.
Somebody, though, that might be riding off into the sunset for New Japan is Gabe Kidd. He was talking some shit about the company recently in this video.
Get the fucking cameras on me right now. Attention! 3 months I've been sat on the shelf. For a lot of people, that's not a lot of time. That's a quick recovery from an injury. Huh? Got me all emotional, stumbling my words and shit. 3 months. You wanna know what I was doing for 3 months? I was sat on my fucking sofa watching all these pricks that talk about hard work, that talk about doing everything it requires when they're posting videos on Instagram, doing side lap raises with a fucking 2-pack song, think they made it, think they did everything required. It's very fucking simple. This! I put my life on the line for this shit! Nearly died twice, and what do I get? Dangle of a carrot. Dangle of a carrot. Dan, you're my bro, innit? You know that. You know you're my brother for life, more than anyone. But you know what these cunts are doing now. You know what these fuckers are doing. They want to dangle it here, and then they wonder why everyone left.
I'm telling you, man, there's some serious money if they make him Will Ospreay's like inbred cousin and have him feed him fish heads in the basement. I like it. Just make him like fucking just the complete retard. I'm thinking like, you know, full on Festus, like the British Festus. There you go.
He's Will Ospreay's crack addicted cousin.
Yes.
It's like, literally, I'm Bob to give me charge. All the days I here was just smoking crack in the gutter. I had the days I.
He's trying to help him out.
Trying, but Gabe Kidd is cognitively limited. So what are you gonna do?
It is what it is. But somebody else who is cognitively limited is JD from New York. So here he was bitching about views in the wrestling community being down. So he said,
seeing wrestling content community wide down big time May and June. But what has really been eye-opening is everyone's live streams of AEW Dynamite. Everyone's viewership and interest is dead, both on YouTube and here on X. Numbers across the board regarding anything AEW is dead. And it's not just us, I know that's a fact. It's on par with NXT numbers when I used to cover the show weekly. And that's sad. I've more than ever been contemplating dropping Wednesday nights and not even covering the show and replacing it with something else. I just don't know what that looks good like right now. I've heavily considered skipping Forbidden Door and watching Slammiversary simply because of Amazing Red. Dork. Every other show I do is just right where it needs to be, following the trends and watching the ebbs and flows each season brings. There's no growth with AEW coverage, and honestly, it's fucking sad, bros.
We realized that shit like 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
It's for people who wonder why don't you guys do AEW reviews anymore? Because nobody cares. Nobody cares about AEW. So it's and it's true of any YouTube channel. There's a reason why the big YouTube channels cover WWE and maybe AEW, but mainly focus on WWE. There's a reason why. It's about interest at the end of the day. It's that there's going to be more interest in WWE than TNA, AEW, MLW. It's just the fact of the matter.
Absolutely. That's just how it is. WWE has killed the business so much that it's the only game left in town. That's how it is.
Well, and really it is, because they're as WWE goes down, every other company goes down too.
That's what we tried to say is the tide rises, and if WWE is dropping in tide, all these other companies are too. It's just a sad fact. Yep. But JD was talking about Raw.
1 hour and 45 minutes, 2 matches. What the fuck are we doing here, Noseman?
Even he's getting but he's getting mad for the wrong reason.
I know.
He wants longer matches and more matches in 2 hours. And the fact he's only getting 2, it's not enough for him. He needs to masturbate, damn it.
It'd be funny. It's I wonder what he would think if it was just 2 matches, but they were both an hour long.
He wasn't bitching. Remember back in the day when Seth Rollins did the Iron Man match on Raw? He loved it. He was jacking off to that shit.
Epic fucking banger fest, Bruce. If you ain't loving this shit, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
And I love it how Seth got injured right after that match. It's go figure, Jeez. It never fails, man. But Jericho was recently at the World Cup, and I think I think he got his dick cut off. He's looking like his wife now. But yeah, so Jericho is transitioning. Good for him. He's in a very accepting place like AEW, so he'll fit in.
He got the fingernail paint. He's turning into Christine Jericho.
Look, he's even got the tits too. Yeah, poor Chris. I feel bad.
Jericho. There you go.
Maybe Chrissy Jericho. Maybe it's intentional. Who knows? Maybe this is his humiliation ritual. Who knows?
I'm gonna be a woman, baby.
Yeah, drink it in, baby. Maybe that's what we're getting. But somebody who's been doing a lot of drinking is Jey Uso, because they get dumber with every fucking thing they say.
The more you hate on me, the more broke you stay.
Oh God, isn't he supposed to be a babyface?
Supposed to be, and this is what we cover in our top 10 sucks on Jey Uso. He is a terrible babyface, and he's so emotionally invested with what people say about him on social media. Here you got Nick Khan and Triple H saying, "Oh, we don't care about the internet." Yet every one of the wrestlers does.
Right.
That's how it is.
Well, and look at his hand. Look at the icon that he's got. What does it say?
It says, what?
God's way is better. Yet you cover the things that this jerk has to say about God. I'm like, bro, no. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's very blasphemous lately, pissing us off. Very stupid man, deserve that top 10 sucks. But another stupid man, takes after his daddy, after all, is Triple H. Triple H claims he was the one behind the infamous Montreal screw job. So here's what he had to say. Go for it.
So maybe, Vince came to us and he was like, Brett's not resigning and he won't drop the title to Sean. Then the conversation was basically, here's what he's willing to do. And it's going to kill the business. There was just a silence and nobody knew what to say. I was probably the least important person on the totem pole at that time. No, I'm not. No, I'm the guy. But I was like, I gotta say, I was like, fuck that. Like, if you want to do business, do it for him, you know? That started a conversation that led to the whole Montreal screw job. It was all me. I'm responsible for everything.
He's such an egotistical history rewriter. Like, and that's the thing, too, is we actually remember the documentary Wrestling with Shadows.
Yes.
It had nothing. That wasn't even Triple H. If anything, it was Vince Russo and Vince McMahon getting that shit going. If you want to look at it, and even them getting in with Earl Hebner and all these other characters, they were responsible. And here Triple H, oh no, it's my idea. Yeah, great genius, creative idea from me right here. Yeah, that's why I can't recreate any of that shit. Only that one time. Right. That's it.
No, I'm just, everything was great. I had all these great ideas back then. I'm such a brilliant booking guy, and I run booking now, and the ratings are dive bombing, and no one cares, and we're having to mark tickets down by like 0.5%, half off. So,
Brilliant. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's like I can't stand the lying of this motherfucker. I don't believe a single word he said. He said,
"Yeah, I planted the conversation. Got to go." No, you fucking didn't.
No, you didn't. Come on.
I mean, I do remember him playing a part as the Clicks relay guy, and if you watch Wrestling with Shadows, you remember Bret Hart's wife at the time, like tearing into him, saying, "Shame on you, Triple H, you're a piece of shit." Blah 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 blah. That's all communication from Sean's side. Doesn't mean he had anything to fucking do with it. What a egotistical prick. Good Lord.
Well, and it may have been like Vince was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, fine. Hey, Sean, did you put that thong on yet? Yeah, put it on.
And that's the thing too, is he rewrites history with these new fans who don't know any better. Us old schoolers, we've seen the story. We know he's lying.
I know these like single-digit IQ,
Trump
idiots.
haters.
Yeah, they're like,
I'm a double S
All of them do that. They don't question.
They don't question. It's like, no, you got to question Triple H. He's lied so many times. I don't believe him when he says this. Like, just the nerve of him to say,
yeah, I pretty much started the whole Montreal screw job, I got Brett out of the company and created a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, the Attitude Era is all me, it was all me, my idea, Shawn Michaels had nothing to do with it. Taker had nothing to do with it. Rock had nothing to do with it, and by the way, I also, created 9/11. That's why I got the Al-Qaeda beard. Makes sense now, right? I created 9/11, World War II. I dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, out of my nose. Out of my nose. We've been calling my nose the Enola Gay since, 1945, so,
So what are they doing? Just shooting them over countries and letting them blow boogers on them? Nuclear bomb boogers. Is that how it is?
They just load the missile into his nose and just...
There you go. So, Kyle Fletcher, he was pissed off at Boston Nuga. Boston Nuga said, wrestlers used to have names like the Sensational Intelligent Destroyer, and now it's just like, oh, that's Kyle. And the Prostate Star said, Simon phone 9 with a troll in the dismal next home, dickhead. Why do you waste your time on these geeks? Stop giving these fucking 20K, 15K ex-geeks fucking so much attention. That's the problem about the industry, man. Too many of them do.
Well, too many of them do. Like, if you're going to give anybody attention, give us attention.
Hell yeah. Because we actually have a good show, They don't. They're just marks on X that have shitty opinions and too many followers.
Absolutely. Give us, your attention. Give our fans your attention. We'll actually, have a good conversation with you. We actually know what the fuck we're talking about. We've seen enough wrestling to know what draws and what doesn't draw. And the problem with about JD, that, oh God, pisses me off. We've been saying for years with this fucking guy. We were trying to talk sense into this fucking idiot, saying, hey, look, your fucking work rate match mark bullshit drives fans away, and it's going to eventually hurt you and the entire fucking podcasting industry because wrestling will be fucking dead. You got to get people talking. You got to cater to casuals. The more casuals there are, the more interest in wrestling there is, and the more interesting in wrestling there is, the better the podcasts do. It's not rocket science.
Damn, so preach, man. That's where it's at right now. If WWE is successful, the podcasts are successful, the indies are successful, AEW is successful. This is why we want WWE to gain more momentum and be better, because that tide is going to raise all these other ships, man. It's a beneficial thing, and they just don't realize. This is the sad fact, is a lot of these wrestling purists think that WWE can die and wrestling will be fine. No, it won't be. Sorry.
No, it won't be. Your favorite podcaster is not going to be doing too well because there'll be just less and less people who give a fuck.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. And nobody gives a fuck about Liv Morgan apparently over in Japan. So after Liv Morgan's reflection on the screen, Kaisuke Honda, who is this?
I mean, like honestly, like maybe being in Japan for them is not the worst thing. You're not going to get harassed by a bunch of psychotic. I mean, the neckbeards are here in the States and in Europe. They're probably not in Japan. I would imagine. I mean, they're probably too socially awkward and shy to fucking do anything. So
I don't know.
Japan,
they got a lot of new visitors, and I'll leave it at that for YouTube. But a lot of new visitors in Japan that have no problem touching females and being very aggressive with them. Just saying. But here's the situation. Maybe she'll blow up after that Takashi Miike film that she's filming. Maybe after that gets released over in Japan, because he's a huge director over there. Maybe that helps out her career. I don't know. All I know is she should get the fuck out of wrestling, man. That's all I can say about that. But,
and especially because it's like she's young and attractive and talented. Just get out of wrestling. Go to Hollywood.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You'll get over.
And don't beat up your body. That's MJF got it. You need to get it. I would say that the same for LA Knight. Get the fuck out of wrestling. Go to Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you got charisma, if you look like a star, just go to Hollywood. Fuck this shit. Like, it's seriously, like how many, like, and again, like with Liv, like, right. I'm cool with her being the champion and all that, but like, what else are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Go to Hollywood.
No, well, she's already ran her course, man, and she's just getting more and more injured. I say just let her go to Hollywood. Her and Alexa Bliss. Bliss is doing like fucking anime voiceovers and Disney voiceovers. Let her do that shit. Fuck it. MJF got a Hollywood career too, but he's saying dumb Mark shit. He said, AEW not only has the best wrestling roster, but also the most flavors of ice cream. And each one is sprinkled with rat droppings and with battery acid. And, just all those lovely things that you want to see in your ice cream, which makes them all shit. So, there you go.
Here's your battery acid rat dropping ice cream soup.
Enjoy. This is what we get.
Oh, by the way, we made sure to put it in the microwave to make it nice and hot. Here you go.
Yeah, it's nice and soupy. It's boiling when it goes in your mouth. You'll enjoy it. It'll burn the roof of your mouth. But that's what we got now.
You'll get ice cream rat shit burns on your tongue. You'll love it.
I didn't think that was possible, but they found a way, man.
It finds a way.
Indeed. So, this referee, this dork, said, Tommy Dreamer pulled me aside backstage at a TNA show, telling me he would do everything he could to make sure I don't earn a job in the wrestling business. All he did was try to learn and grow from my experiences. Through his words, were very discouraging for a young student to hear. And I love what Mickie James had to say. She's like, listen, you little bitch. I don't know you well enough to say much, but I'm just saying you're a little fucking fag and you need to shut the fuck up. So, good for Mickie James saying that. She needed to say that.
It's like, you come around my barn, I'll feed you to my cows.
She's just saying, come around so I could, make you cow food. Grow some mushrooms out of you, so to speak.
Yeehaw.
So, yeehaw. Moose had some stupid shit to say. This is what he said.
They said I wouldn't last long in wrestling. 13 years, 10 in TNA. They said I wouldn't be world champion. 3-time TNA world champion. They said I would never work for WWE. Been there several times. They said TNA been dying since 2012. We still killing it. What they say doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Because TNA is dying on the vine, and that's why we won't cover it, because we see TNA and the road it's going down, it will only be worse. I guarantee you it will be worse than every other indie company out there. It'll be worse than MLW. This company is you haven't seen how bad it can get, trust me.
Bro, the creative is gonna be Hunter Johnston. It's gonna be I'm seeing it, like I can like psychically predict where it's gonna go. Mm-hmm. Hunter Johnston is gonna be the head of creative. Working with Al Snow.
The filter.
Yes. Working with Al Snow and maybe Road Dogg.
Bro, I would take Sami Callihan by himself if that were the situation.
No, seriously, I would rather have Sami, because at least Sami Callihan is not completely retarded. He's pretty fucking stupid. He's not that stupid. Like Hunter Johnson level stupid is like off the scale, off the chart stupid.
Yeah, he's only like level 2 CTE. Hunter Johnson is full on level 5. He's like flashing red CTE. So yeah, I get it. Just so much brain damage he had to become creative. Doesn't it make sense?
Absolutely. I mean, Hunter Johnson's just like drooling in a corner, eating his own poop.
There you go.
That guy's gonna run TNA's creative. There you go. Perfect.
Genius. But somebody had some very smart things to say recently. Paul Walter Hauser. So Roman was, showing off that he represented over at the White House, and Paul said, "Is this where you are when you're never wrestling? Why do guys like Darby Allin and Kenny Omega wrestle every single week, and yet they don't ask us to acknowledge them? Could it be that the works beget the acknowledgement? Enjoy the field trip, you actual dork." Wow. Out of all people, Paul Walter calling Roman Reigns a dork? Whoa. Whoa.
Bro, I don't know. I'll try to make it safe for YouTube. All right.
Try to be nice, yeah.
Try to be nice.
Try.
Look how stupid he is.
Oh, dude, so many of these dorky fans were on his side, saying that he's an actual Hollywood celebrity. But Ollie Goodman said, "Damn, trying to get a match with him, or do you actually think that little the biggest professional wrestler of the last decade?" And Paul said, "I think Roman's incredible, but when you make a choice to support King Dumbass amidst a resume of disgusting behavior, you lose me, man. Say you're physically ill, say your kids are sick, make up an excuse. Don't go join the brain-rotted End of Democracy parade." He's just showing up at the White House. What'd you give that speech to fucking Braun Breaker, Charlotte Flair, and all those other fucking ones that had to do the UFC, that had to do the Freedom 250?
Or better yet, look at who Tony Khan donated to. Who did the Khans support in the 2024 election? Paul Walter Hauser. Yep. Who do they donate money to?
Yep, you work for Ring of Honor, man. Just saying.
Ring of Honor is owned by Tony Khan, and Tony Khan and Nick Khan donated money to the Trump campaign. So, there you go.
A lot of money. A lot, too. Not no cheap amount. So Von Hayes said, "Here he is with ROH founder and known PDF, Rob Feinstein. Please spread this picture. He wants it removed from the internet." And Paul said, "I took a photo with a guy I don't know because I'm famous. You openly use the N-word on your page. Still comparing morals?"
Well, how hard is it to take a picture down?
Well, not only that, but dude, it's obvious Rob Feinstein. Everybody knows who he is. Yeah, Nick Khan knew who he was. Will Ospreay knew who he was. You're telling me Paul Walter Hauser is playing dumb to this guy? Being the huge indie mark he is, he was a big fan of Ring of Honor. You're telling me he doesn't know who the fuck he is? Bullshit.
Well, okay, so like to this, I would say, he couldn't, like, if I were Paul Walter Hauser, I could have said, like, I didn't know it at the time, now I know, and I'm not a fan of the guy. I don't like what he did, and I want nothing to do with him. So, please don't spread that picture around. Would that be that fucking hard to do? Like, because like to me, that would at least be defensible. He could at least like play dumb and say, I didn't know who he was at the time, but now that I know who he is, please don't spread that picture around. I don't want to be affiliated with that guy at all. Like, is that hard to do?
This is the modern day version of "I know what you are, but what am I?" That's what it is.
It is.
So, yeah, very, very terrible to see a guy who I kind of liked now being a fucking weird liberal internet fucking geek. So, it is what it is. Yeah. Rhea has to deal with those people all the time, though. So, a fan found Rhea Ripley's phone number and showed up at her home. Whoa. So, during her live stream, when asked if she ever gets scared, Ripley said, "All the time, especially when people walk up to my fucking house and then text me on my mobile phone and would say, 'Oh, but somehow found my phone number and they texted me the other day. They wanted me to see them because they couldn't find tickets to SmackDown. There's no privacy anywhere.'" Creepy. Fucking creepy and weird. But at the same time, if all these wrestlers should have security systems at your house, have dogs in your front yard, have a gated front yard, have a dog in the front yard, and have ring cameras at least at the front door. Catalog anybody who's showing up to your front door or even your back door for that matter, especially if you're famous like Rhea. Just saying.
Yeah, just like walk, like seriously, like I don't understand why they don't walk around with like dogs. Like
I would,
get a German Shepherd, walk around, like don't feed it. Like if like a fan comes up, feed it the fan. There you go.
I mean, you'll piss off the Muslim fan base, but fuck it, it's worth it protecting yourself. So yeah, that's what's going on there.
Dogs are cool, man.
Yes, they are. Ryback had some bitching to do, or actually positivity preaching to do. So here's what he had to say.
Right.
The more time we spend on social media, the more we realize that not every comment is really about us. People who are at peace with themselves rarely spend their time trying to tear strangers down. Malicious comments, insults, and personal attacks often say far more about the person writing them than the person receiving them. They're projections of fear, insecurity, anger, or unhappiness. This guy's so fucking stupid. Once we truly know who we are, we stop caring about other people's emotional baggage. We don't let their hate become our hate. We don't let their emotions dictate ours. We simply let it roll off and keep moving forward. Build a mindset that's waterproof. And that's the last bite. Feed me more and kick them in a pit of spikes.
And then it gets better. Underneath, he included the shitty AI poster.
I gotta read it. Opinions, judgment, and criticism are like rain. They can only weigh us down if we allow it to stick to us. Fucking meathead. We have the option to prepare, be an umbrella, wear your protection. Let their words deflect right off.
He's like one part Joey Swole, one part Tony Robbins, and then one part fucking meathead retard. Like, that's what we're seeing here. Like this combination of like, I'm gonna be a motivational speaker that sells supplements and does shitty TikTok face-offs for pennies. Hey, that's where we're at.
Dude, he's like a low IQ Tony Robbins that no one cares about.
That's where we're at with Cryback, man, I tell you. But, you know, it surfaced the other day. An ancient gimmick from a man called Speedball Mike Bailey. This is his old gimmick.
There never has been, and there never will be. And that's just to remind you that if you ain't got the speed, and if you ain't got the balls, then you can't bounce with the speedball.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Well, he's such a geek.
You know what? I got a gimmick for him. Like, people are comparing him to Hong Kong Phooey. Okay, all right. Okay. Here's what you do. You take those, like, costume dog ears. Mm-hmm. Now, he's got to live the gimmick, so you got to, like, take a staple gun and staple it to his head.
Ow! Ow!
I'm living the gimmick. Ah. You paint a fucking goofy dog face on him, like a face paint. You put him in the gi. You put a diaper on him. You call him Hong Kong Poopy. His gimmick is
Poopy. Yeah.
I'm gonna shit myself in the ring. What could be?
It's the only way we can get that little geek over. We have to have him shit himself. Yeah, he does a spin kick and then he poops on the mat. Tremendous.
I tell you, Hong Kong Poopy could get over. He could be the next Danhausen.
Oh, the money that could be with that. Let's go ahead though and talk about Fightful. They had to promote Speedball Mike Bailey is a non-binary pro wrestler who goes by he, him, and they, them pronouns. Bailey is a former AEW Trios champion, TNA X Division champion, and has wrestled in all these shitty promotions that don't matter. Happy Pride! And then I love it how Fightful has no fucking balls, so they lock replies on it. Because they know, if you look at the quote tweets, it's just people just flaming Fightful for being a bunch of stupid assholes. So, this is what they got left.
Seriously, how ass-kissing can they be? Like, really?
Yeah. So they are, man.
And by non-binary, do they mean he doesn't draw any numbers, you know?
Well, yeah, you ain't gonna buy no tickets, you ain't gonna buy no t-shirts, you ain't gonna buy to see this fucking little geek, so that's how it is.
He's a non-buying any tickets to go see this motherfucker.
Perfect, yes. But yeah, that's what's going on with Speedball Mike Dork. But let's go ahead and talk about Sean Ross Sapp. He had to put out his own merchandise. This is such a stupid idea. So,
we have launched the new shirts with Dirty Finish. One to benefit Jeff Cannonball and another to benefit the Trevor Project.
Oh, God.
And it's the whole fucking tweet that he did back in the day of, I reach my hand down your thigh and start caressing. And he said,
oh, no.
It's a joke about the thigh tweet and people not believing how it got posted. Either way, we are having this shirt pulled.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
What made you think that was going to be a good idea, you fucking idiot? They make fun of you for that shit. Why would you put it on a t-shirt?
You know what they should do is like put like a little bit of like white powder around the collar. You know.
There you go. Make it a special edition. There you go.
Yeah,
I love it.
There you go.
I love it. So let's go ahead and talk about Chris Statlander. So she said,
My scars that I got from taking the bed of nails at Blood and Guts, I got those scars tattooed on my back in red, so they always look fresh. Every time I go to the medical room to get my back worked on or something, they always think it's a fresh cut. They're like, I can't work on your back. Oh, wait, no, it's a tattoo. It's kind of funny that it gets them every single time.
What a mark.
Wow. What a mark, dude. You thought Britt Baker asking for Dave Meltzer 5 stars was markish? This bitch literally got her scars tattooed. Whoa.
Like, it's usually the opposite. They usually get them covered up.
Chris is a crazy chick. She's a good wrestler, I'll give her that, but
yeah, crazy Chris Statlander, there you go. That could be your new gimmick. She just goes crazy, you know?
Hey, I would love that. That'd be good. It would give her a gimmick for once instead of that stupid fake alien bullshit that doesn't work, so, you know, I like
go.
it.
Yeah.
Titus, not living the gimmick, he said, my mom was raped at 11 years old and had me at 12. So Titus O'Neil explains his decision to get a vasectomy was shaped by the trauma he experienced in his family's past. And I would say to him that makes no fucking sense that you got a vasectomy.
Right.
Trust me, my brain goes to very, conspiratorial places, very dark places that I don't want to talk about on YouTube. But it makes you ask a lot of questions and it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, dude, there's no logic there. Oh, well, because I didn't want to pass down those genes? Come on, dude. Yeah, don't you think can't you learn from it?
Well, and like this is an example of like it actually turning out pretty good. You know, it's Titus O'Neil became a WWE superstar. He made money, and my stance is you got to give people a chance. You got to give every human being deserves the right to have a chance.
Not only that, but we don't need any baby Tituses. They'll just be sliding underneath the ring anyways, That's just how it is.
Just keep sliding under the fridge and under the table.
Damn you! Titus 3, where you at? I'm underneath the fridge, Daddy! He deals with that shit all the time, I tell you.
Titus 4, where you at?
Either in the washing machine, they're in the basement, they're in the vents, they're fucking everywhere, man. All those Tituses.
Sliding under things,
yeah. Titus defended Michelle Obama after Josh Hokett's remark, and here's what he had to say. So he spoke out in defense of Michelle, and what he had to say is, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? That's what Josh had to say. Completely against saying nasty and false things about people's families, and that's what Dana had to say. So he said, I can't put this type of behavior on one person, but what I can put this type of behavior on is an entitled and privileged mindset, oh God. That some people could say and do whatever they want to certain people and not have the consequences because in America, they never have consequences, O'Neil wrote. He continued, let's be better people. Let's be better human beings. You want to make the country great? Again, start going for the shit for the country that is actually great for everyone. That goes for what you do locally in your community, through the states, and through the country. And what I would say to him is like, how come we weren't in uproar when everybody was saying that, Caitlyn Jenner got his dick cut off? Right. We were just joking around with it, but the fact that this is a president's wife and, let's pay attention to the race again because that doesn't matter either, but let's drag it in because it's a black person. That's where they're going. It's dumb.
And what they don't understand is there's this thing called the Streisand effect. It's like the more outrage you give to something, the more attention you give it. Like if for anyone who was offended by that, the best thing that they could have done is just not say anything. Don't give it out. Don't give that fire oxygen, and it won't grow. It won't increase. You just don't fucking it was such good bait too because like all the fucking SJWs they fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Like don't fall for this shit, man. Like it fucking worked. Josh Hokett got what he wanted.
Absolutely. He got people to talk about him, and he had to. Don't get me wrong. He had to backtrack what he said because the company made him. But I mean, when you say that shit in front of Donald Trump, you should know that they're going to make it backtrack it. That's how it is. So,
but it's also in front of Donald Trump, and it's like it was likely to happen. I'm not surprised I'm not surprised that it happened at all.
Oh yeah, Trump took the necklace right off after Hokett gave it to him. So
that's
yeah,
true, he did.
Yeah. Thunder Rosa had the following to say on female athletes: people need to understand that we are able to sell tickets. So
really,
during an interview, apparently she said so. During an interview with Houston Life, here's what she had to say.
I think that in general in sport, people need to understand that we are able to sell tickets and we're able to put out people in seats, but only on our OnlyFans account. The WNBA is a perfect example of that.
Women's wrestling has been going strong for a while, and I feel like a lot of the very strong matches have been women's matches on pay-per-view. I know we can do that again, opportunity and time on television. I think it's so competitive for women to be on TV because nobody watches them and nobody wants to see them unless they're checking their tits and ass. Right there, Thunder, you know what's up. That's why you got an OnlyFans. Come on, don't play dumb.
Right. Well, and the thing that, I mean, look, if we're being real here, who for the most part is watching pro wrestling today? It's usually going to be grown men.
Yep.
Like, who are we kidding? Right.
Just saying.
So what appeals to grown men is, for the most part, sexy women.
Always.
So,
That's just how it works.
Yeah, it's just the audience of who's watching. It's not to say that these women, all of them need to be fucking, like walked like the whole Trish Stratus thing like Vince did. No. But what we're saying is that, like, don't be surprised if it's not all that appealing to the male audience that's tuning in. The male audience wants to see wrestlers that they can take seriously, like a Bobby Lashley, and they want to see hot chicks doing sexy things. Like, it's go figure,
I get it, man. It makes sense. It's what's marketable, straight up. But I will say though that there's been some creepy ass fans lately, and they only get creepier. So check this out. So here's Araya. She's just trying to eat a burger, and some fucking weirdo in the airport or whatever is zooming in on her as she's eating a burger.
And you got burger.
Well, and in the comments, they're all like, "Oh, I bet that burger was good. Oh, Zaraya looks so cute." Nobody is saying, who the fuck is this weird stalker dickhead fucking zooming in on her while she's eating her food?
That's weird. That's weird, man. I mean, like photographing the wrestlers is like kind of weird in and of itself, but like photographing them eating, like that's even a little bit weirder,
Trust me, we're going to cover it more on Wrestling Fans Being Idiots this Thursday on Rumble. I can't wait, man. But it's time for some Dave Meltzer's The Dorky Goblin. And man, he had some stupid shit to say this week. So we'll start it off with this one right here. So Haphazard History Guy said basically AEW, but losing less money.
AEW is currently the third most valuable combat sports franchise in the world, behind UFC and WWE, and of all of MMA, boxing, and kickboxing pro wrestling groups. Valued at $2 billion before its most recent right steal. I think calling it a business flop is hilarious.
I think it's actually it's a flop, dude. Look at the ratings. He can't maintain. Look at what Tony can do. And these pay-per-views that they keep on jacking off about, they never talk about the numbers. They're always like, amazing action and wrestling on AEW pay-per-views. But they never talk about the dwindling pay numbers, ever.
No, we never talk about that. Never talk about the dwindling rating. Never talking about the dwindling ticket sale numbers. Like AEW is not doing all that great. They're really not. They go, who's that guy from like No DQ? It's like, oh, well, my podcast is doing really good, buddy. Like, who the fuck are you, really? Come on.
And trust me, I'm not trying to throw shade at No DQ, but I remember we saw them doing a live stream on X. They had like 15 people in there.
Right.
I'm just saying that's not really good. But let's go ahead and talk about RCS88 said, if Trump wanted a WWE show on the White House lawn, would WWE accept the offer?
I don't have a good answer. I think nobody wants to make him mad.
No, in other words, Triple H should straight off suck Donald Trump off on camera to get that show.
On the White House lawn.
On the White House lawn.
In the ring.
In the ring.
All right, nurse man, get to work. Do your thing.
Let me show you what I'm made of. So Dave thought he saw the funniest thing on the internet this week. So Ian Drew Dice Clay, fucking total internet geek mark, said,
Brian Cage would have went over on Hogan at Starrcade 97 with that tan. And Dave said, funniest thing on the app this week.
Oh, God.
So if you don't know what he's talking about, it's Brian Cage competed at the Mr. Nevada and won it.
And he's like, nice tan. Got me pretty hard.
Wow.
So sexy.
Wait, Kenny, come in here. Look at Brian Cage. Look at what he looks like. Hey, Brian. Why don't you look that good when you're around us?
Look, he even lost the Roy gun. Let's bring him over to one of our orgies.
You think you got to wear great, buddy?
They'll have him show up in the Wolverine cosplay, knowing them. So, Roy Lucier said, crossing the border this morning, customs took my ID and asked my purpose here. I mentioned going to the Auditorio for Lucha event. 20 seconds later, the guard says, wow, you aren't kidding. You're on Google's top 3 biggest wrestling historian ever.
So Dave said, I used to get in so much trouble in costumes when I go to Guadalajara and other AAA cities in the 90s. You know, I'd have a bag full of wrestling memorabilia and dildos and cocaine and all that. But, you know, it was only the Tijuana border that gave me problems, you know, because they wanted some of my coke and I wouldn't share.
Yeah, Dave is getting border. Okay.
I'm just such a big star, you know. Back in the 90s, like everyone knew who I was. I was getting shoved on stuff at the airport for autographs. I just wouldn't fucking get off my nuts. But I was like, you know what? It's part of being in the business.
Whatever you got to tell yourself, Dave. Whatever helps you sleep safe at night, you know.
And you can imagine this fucking ugly bastard with a huge crowd in Mexico. They're like, El Gablino! And they're like, shh.
Yes, I'm so fucking over and popular in Mexico. I'm as big as El Santo here.
Fucking Dave and his ego, I swear.
Love it.
So he had to disrespect Joe Rogan here. So Jay Plemons was saying Joe Rogan was absolutely blown away by the UFC Freedom 250 at the White House. How can you not like this? It's never going to happen ever again. And Dave said,
more historic than Rumble in the Jungle. He's literally insane. I lived through both. Rumble in the Jungle was as big as the Super Bowl for real. Maybe bigger. Take it from me, I'm the wrestling historian.
What an asshole.
He's such a fucking snarky asshole.
He is. He's a dick. That's what we get. But Dave was talking about how he wouldn't want to go head to head with AEW.
Look at his hat.
This dude's like 65 years old and he has a flat bill. It's fucking awesome.
If I'm in WWE and I'm doing my first non-Tuesday night big time show in the CW, I want to go in there with my best foot forward. I wouldn't want to go head to head with the AEW show, especially with the type of pay-per-views AEW has been putting on lately.
And notice, he never mentions that AEW, this is all they try for is pay-per-views. On the TV shows, they mail that shit in. It's mailed in fucking like a month in advance. Might as well do tapings. I would do Dynamite tapings at this point. Save money.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. So, like he says, if I'm WWE and I'm doing my first non-Tuesday night big time show in the CW, I want to go in there. Okay, first off, Dave, it's not like they're leagues apart in ratings. They're pretty similar when you look at the ratings. Who knows? And maybe Dynamite will be under NXT this week because NXT they pulled in. We'll get into it. They pulled in over 600K, so AEW could be under that. So, I don't know, just saying.
So what type of fish do you think Dave Meltzer fishes for? I'm guessing trouser trouts. What do you think?
Trouser trouts, butt fish. All the good ones, you know.
He loves all that shit, especially the blowfish, too. Let's go ahead and talk about dumbest bitch said this.
This story is unbelievable. It doesn't add up chronologically, but the least likely part of it is walk even though important second in that period. And they said, 100%, dude, Dwayne knew Pride existed.
I mean, trust me, we've heard the stories about him and Vince and Pat, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
But no, for like, why do you think he did the fucking movie on Mark Kerr? Mark Kerr wasn't a big UFC star. He was a huge Pride star. Dwayne knows his shit.
Oh no, he does. Like, and that's like him not being at that White House fight was like, okay, what's going on here? You know,
maybe they're priming him. He's the next Democratic candidate. They were back in 2020. Who knows? So just saying.
Rock.
He's popular. I'll say that much. He's so weird seeing a guy from wrestling be a presidential candidate, man. So weird. But anyways,
I know.
Speaking of tans, yeah, nice tan. But let's also show you this one right here. So Hulk Patriot said, I think if there were 15,000 empty seats, we'd be able to see them in this picture, Dirty Dave. Hulkamania for the win, Jack.
Better to the promoter, the COO at the time, head of live events. The building and the athletic commissioner's stories of them opening the doors to non-ticket holders, so we'll be looking full. Also, there are photos showing upper deck empty shown here.
Literally, he's trying to rewrite history. Like, we're looking at a photo of a jam-packed arena for Hulk Hogan. Look at how fucking packed this shit is. And he's trying to sell that, oh, there are empty spots. Why don't you talk about fucking All In, man? Because I guarantee you won't look like this.
Well, let me ask you a question. So, how many real wrestling fans were in that crowd?
Is that what he's going by?
Yes.
All three?
I mean, you really think about that, did you?
No, I didn't.
No wrestling fan wanted to see Hulk Hogan. Not even in the 80s.
Good old Dave, I tell you.
Good old Dave.
Well, and Brian Alvarez had to geek out. He was over in Spokane, and he said,
Let's go, baby. Relentless Spokane tonight.
So I guess he's dating Tom Lawler. I never figured him to be a gay man, but here you go. There you go. They're having fun.
You know what? At least they're living their truth and they're out in the open with it. Very good for them.
It's Pride Month. Have fun.
They're proudful. They're bright. They're proud. Yeah, there you go.
That they are. So let's go over here, and we still got a couple more videos for you. So let's go ahead and show you. Oh yeah, Dave. Dave was talking about how the AEW's audience is very ungrateful.
They put on a good show. I mean, actually, a really good show in front of a frickin' terrible audience. I mean, that, between the Ospreay thing, you know it's bad when Tony Schiavone congratulates Will Ospreay, who gets the biggest reactions on the shows most weeks, about getting married, and you get the golf clap. It's like it's not even big. And, I mean, everyone probably expected that to be huge. And, that first match, which was a hell of a match with Moxley and Daniel Garcia against Brody King and Bandito. And they did get into the last match, but the Mercedes match, like those two, my God, they worked so hard. They tried to duplicate their match from Long Beach. I don't know if it was quite as good as Long Beach, but, man, Hazuki was really good, and they did get the crowd. I mean, it took them 20 minutes practically to get that crowd, and doing everything and all these near falls and working so hard and fast.
This is all fine and good, but you're also performing before a live audience in a specific town. And how many people in this audience saw the first Hazuki match?
Well, the nobody had seen it in Long Beach either.
Well, the point is, they got into the match in the end, but they weren't invested in the match going in.
No, they weren't.
And they weren't invested in the Bandito match going in. And, I realize that sometimes I'm out all afternoon, but I had no idea that match was taking place.
Oh, well,
absolutely no idea. It was just
a
cold match. It's just Brodito's facing the Death Riders.
Well, I think okay, so
that's all fine and good, but I mean, what's the story of that match? Like, what's going on there? What's going to get the crowd invested from the beginning of this match? What's going to get them invested if the audience is great?
Will Ospreay and Swerve have been building this thing up for this whole tournament. They were out there, and they had that long promo segment, and the people didn't react. I mean,
it was also a very, very long promo segment, and Swerve's out there talking about how one day I just was sent home for 6 weeks because...
I don't really know what that was.
I didn't either, and I'm sitting there thinking, this crowd's sitting here watching these guys talk about a lot of stuff for a long time, and I'm recapping it kind of going, okay, what are you talking about here?
I mean, Adam Copeland did a very good promo, and... I mean, I'm watching going, he's doing a pretty damn good promo, and he wasn't getting a big reaction either. It was just a tough audience.
Oh, no.
So even Dave Meltzer is now giving the fans bullshit for not reacting enough. I'd say that's an indictment on storytelling right there, on creative, if they're not carrying it through with you to get involved in the promos and care about the promos. It's nothing on Edge. That's all on creative. Give the devil its due.
Well, we know that Dave Meltzer has Tony Khan's phone number, and Tony Khan has called Dave Meltzer on a Wrestling Observer podcast. We've got the footage. We've seen it before. And you could look it up too. You could find it yourself. My question is that what I think is going on is I think that Dave is giving Tony ideas. I think Tony Khan calls Dave for ideas, and Dave gives ideas. And I think a lot of those ideas on Dynamite are Dave's ideas. I think that's what's going on because it's almost like he's getting personally. I remember that one time, the whole Tony Storm thing. Like Dave Meltzer goes off on Brian. He's like, "She's out of here! Wait.
They were bickering like a fucking old gay couple. I tell you.
Right. Well, and so that tells me that Dave is more than likely involved on creative.
Yeah. No, I think he is too. I think he is too. Well, and it just, you see, you saw the switch too from when he was talking to Vince Russo to him going back to the match mark shit. So it was evident in the booking at the time, which makes me think that no, he's got a heavy control in all these CMLL guys coming in, all these New Japan guys coming in. Because who's a bigger mark at that shit than fucking Tony? Dave, especially CMLL. You've never seen so much CMLL on AEW than you have in 2026, which leads us to believe that Tessa Blanchard is going to be on AEW real soon.
She very well could be, and that, and I think there's a lot of AEW fans going, no, I don't want that racist on AEW. But when she goes on AEW, you're going to see a lot of them defending it. There's going to be some that are going to shit and say, I don't want that racist in the company. But you're going to see some that are going to be like, well, you know, God, maybe we take a one at the tent. She didn't go to the fence. She went on show, you know. I think you're going to see that. I really think that is probably what's going to happen. But who knows?
I think when she shows up, and if she does show up at Forbidden Door, they're gonna boost. They're gonna love her. They're gonna, for the most part, I think she's gonna get some haters, but she's gonna get a lot of love, especially if she shows up in like fights like Persephone or some other CMLL bitch. That's what you're gonna see. I'm telling you, they're gonna be hypocrites about it because she's now in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, because we know we've seen these fans for over a decade. We know how they operate. We know how they think. We know what they like and what they don't like, and we know what they're all about. Like, we know what they are. We know them better than they know themselves.
That's straight up, man. I mean, that's why we got wrestling fans being idiots.
That's right.
Got to show the real. But we got a couple more Mark videos. We weren't done. You know, we were talking about marquee journalists. Well, we got to show you a very marquee journalist that just spurred out when the Knicks won.
They finally fucking did it! They finally fucking did it! 53 years! I've never seen a single championship! Bills, Knicks, Expos, these fucking guys did it! Thank you! Oh my God! They finally fucking did it! You can never laugh at the New York Knicks again! They finally fucking did it!
No, but we can laugh at you.
Well, which one of the Knicks is he fucking? That's what I want to know. And you could tell that his girlfriend in the background is like, whoa, I need to leave this guy. I need to file divorce papers tomorrow. What the fuck is this shit?
He's like, my wife may have left me. I lost the house. I lost the kids. But at least my Knicks won.
That's all that matters. You know, the New Yorkers, they're happy, man. A lot of people won them. They won some bets. They lost some bets. All is good. But somebody's definitely lost a bet with reality, and that's Jordan Grace. Here she got gang signs confused with sign language.
Remember the other day I was telling you that I learned a bunch of gang signs?
Yeah, I thought it was really weird. Yeah. Well, how would you want to learn gang signs? Are you in a gang now?
I want to see them.
Are you in a gang now?
No, but I learned them. Just like I know which one's orange.
Let's go.
So can we just have Jordan Grace do promos in sign language now so we don't have to hear her talk?
You know what? I'd be in favor of it. It'd be funny. You know,
fuck yeah, man.
Do it.
Somebody else who I don't want to talk anymore on the mic is Charlotte, but here she is switching costumes with Danhausen.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Shit, it's Bailey and Finn Balor all over again. Remember that shit when they switched costumes? Same fucking shit. Wow.
Same shit, but you know, they share one thing in common. You know,
got a little winky, huh? Oh, yes, sir, you little winky. Yes, it's been all around the locker room and all around, you know, the city of New York City. So many people. I
mean, Danhausen talks about being 600 years old. Maybe the story about Wee Little Winky, or was it Wee Willie Winky? Maybe that's about him. I'm just saying. Who knows?
Wee Little Winky.
Wee Little Winky. But another female mark, a hot one, I'll give her that, is Shotzi. She absolutely loves Leo Rush.
I have a great match coming up against Leo Rush.
Oh my God.
Blackheart versus Blackheart.
Get me started on this.
The rain.
Don't get me started.
The rain.
No. I'm obsessed with Leo Rush.
Why do you like Leo Rush so much?
He's my favorite wrestler ever right now. Like, I just love everything about him. Like, the way he moves in the ring, his character. Yeah, I really just, I love you, Lio Rush.
But you have to fight him. You have to fight him. How are you going to beat someone that's, is it safe to say, crazy?
Yeah, I mean, like, when you love someone so much, you know that, like, cute aggression?
No.
Like, I just want to, like, strangle him to death, you know?
You just want to strangle him to death?
Yeah. That's my motivation going into this match. I have, like, that love aggression for Lio Rush. So, yeah, I might lose myself a little bit in the ring there.
That's a weird way to show affection, but, you know, that's also okay. But he has some weird tactics in the ring. I mean, sometimes he hops around, and aren't you a little creeped out?
So great.
It's great?
Oh, I love it.
It's a little weird.
Well, I mean...
And he stole your name, too.
I don't know. Maybe he stole my name because he loves me, too, and maybe we're just meant to be, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
What the heck? What is happening?
Whoa. Wow. Sounds like she wants to get together with Leo, man. I say that's a reality TV show waiting to happen, calling the Black Hearts. And then you can even show, you know, what happens on honeymoon night. She's like, oh, Leo, get me pregnant. And he's like, yes. He just spits black goo on himself and dives in her pussy. Right there. Gets her pregnant.
They're done. He's like, it's fine.
Yes. I tell you, it would be a good reality show. I would watch it. But I was kind of tripped out about the DMT ram on her tits, you know? Then it kind of kind of weird. Just saying.
She's a weird woman, but you know, she's hot. So, yeah.
And it's okay when she's that hot and that talented. So Shotzi's great. We'll say that much. But another great guy, Stone Cold. He got a happy Father's Day gift from his favorite cats.
But it's Father's Day, so anyway, here's the air conditioner I hooked up for him. And then here, what the fuck? Check this out. A bucket of beer on ice with a letter. Dad, you're the best dad in the world. Happy Father's Day. P.S. We wanted to get you a card, but Mom would not let us take the car into town. Love, Poncho and Macho. God dang it. If I wasn't the toughest son of a bitch in the world, I'd start crying like a baby. These fucking cats, they never cease to amaze me. And they put this in my chair. It's where I sit when I'm with them. Poncho, you little motherfucker, you're the best cat in the world. Oh, look at him. I love it, buddy. I love it. Let's see what we got here. Man, I just got finished riding my buggy today out there in the desert. It was hotter than a motherfucker out there. Bro.
I hope Poncho pissed in that bucket. Give him a little Father's Day gift, just saying.
See that Poncho goes to the liquor store, it's like, meow. Can I see your ID? Meow.
Good enough for me, sir. Enjoy your six-pack. There you go.
Bing bong.
That'd be great, man. Great sketch. But I tell you, if you guys haven't checked out our Rumble channel yet, we were talking about it earlier. Go ahead and check it out. So, Technical Work Rate Productions on Rumble. You can check out all our videos. We do all sorts of stuff over there. We do Top 10 Sucks, Esoteric Exposed, Question News. We're going to bring back wrestling fans being idiots over there. Also, weird shit from across the internet will be brought back there as well. So we're going to be bringing back a lot of shows in the past that maybe were too sensitive for YouTube. They're going to be right at home. We can be ourselves on Rumble. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. Subscribe, please. And like my brother was saying earlier, every single week exclusive content on Rumble. So make sure you sign up.
Absolutely. Every week we're going to be uploading content there. We're going to be going live on Rumble every week going forward, starting, you know, I think we've been doing it for 3 weeks now. We're going to be doing it again this coming Thursday. So look for us on Rumble, on our Rumble channel. Please go over there and subscribe. Just check out the channel. Check out what we got over there, man. We're going to be uploading much more to that channel. We're going to be building it up. So yeah, help us build it up.
Amen. So there's that, but we do have a video coming to Rumble next Saturday. You can get it right now on Patreon, just $1 a month. Jey Uso sucks. We had to do this. It was a top 10 sucks that was long time coming. And this is another great thing about Rumble is it allows us to show a lot of these videos that we had as Patreon exclusives. We can now show them to you a week later. So we would love if you signed up, only $1 a month to get our Patreon exclusives. We're going to have a lot more coming to you. But yeah, this was cathartic. This is something that needed to be done because Jey is being shoved down our throat and nobody's liking it right now. So make sure you check that out on Patreon.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. It is time for the ratings where we talk about how fucking bad they are. So you want to start it out with Raw?
Let's start out with Monday Night Raw, ranking number 6 globally with 2.4 million viewers. Oof.
Terrible.
2.4 million viewers. Now, I'm not surprised. It's probably going to go even lower. I mean, and this is with Roman on the show. Like,
yeah,
you know, there's nothing. There's really nothing there to, other than Roman, to really boost up interest in the show. If Roman was not there, they'd probably getting 1.8 million globally.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they took a lot of drawing power away from people who were doing good good numbers for the very least. Roman was doing good numbers at one time. And you better be assured of this. If they do bring back CM Punk to SmackDown, he's not going to do tremendous numbers because he just doesn't deliver tremendous numbers anyways, especially as a babyface. It's not going to help out SmackDown.
You're probably looking at most like 1.3, 1.4 million. Like for like a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's going to, for just a tiny bit, and then it drops. So, speaking of SmackDown, you want to talk about that number?
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
SmackDown, 1,038,000 viewers.
Ouch.
Almost there.
Wow.
SmackDown, and I'll be real, I did watch this past this is not the past SmackDown that just aired. The past SmackDown that just aired, oh my God, was that bad? Like, I understand why people shit on that SmackDown, why they shit on SmackDown. If most SmackDowns are as bad as the one we just saw, oh my God. Like, it is a disaster.
Which sucks, man, because like my brother and I, we want more wrestling content to deliver to you guys, and it helps to have a weekly show that we can do that's modern, you know? But wrestling's gotten so bad that really, like, we've had to switch it up so much. I can see where JD from New York is getting his whole stance on, you know, now I got to come up with different shows because Wednesday fucking sucks. Nothing's going on then. I get where he's coming from because as creators ourselves, we know what that's like. You know, we've had to come up with new shows and just even go back into the past because we're like, fuck it, at least we keep the fans happy with older shows. So that's why we keep on doing these older vault shows.
Well, and even like Animation Wednesday and things like that is we had to find alternatives. We had to find things that, you know, our fans care about other than, you know, boring wrestling, you know? So like we had to find other things. And so, yeah, it's like, that's what we ended up having to do. And if I'm being real, I think it will start to pick up right around the middle of July. I think we're going to be in a really tough lull period until about the middle of July. And then right around SummerSlam, it'll pick back up heading into the fall. I think it'll slump a little bit, but not like this. I think this is an insane slump that we're seeing in pro wrestling just across the board.
Yeah, and like WWE is dragging everybody down, man. It sucks. So let's talk about NXT, how bad it did. So this is from June 16th.
610,000 viewers. Now, let me go back and look.
It's better than their older numbers, but it's nowhere near what they were getting with 700K. Like this, people are saying that this is a good number. It's not going to stay like that for much longer.
No, I mean, in fact, the last time they got over 600,000 viewers for NXT was the Cinco de Mayo episode of NXT, the May 5th. It's been a while, man.
Well, and even look here, like they're talking about the drop-off in September from 2025 to 2026. So look at this, man. Over 100,000 fans tuning out. It's not good.
Well, it's not good. Now, is that due to Trick Williams and a lot of the top talents in NXT leaving? Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. Is it maybe because they're not affiliated with the TNA deal anymore and there's really not much to talk about over there? Yeah, I think that's another part of it too. But I'm also looking at the talents they're bringing up, man. They ain't gonna fucking. They're not stars. They're really not. There's some great talents in NXT right now, like Lola Vice and Dana Baxley.
Mostly women.
Mostly the women. There's really not much for the men. There's really not.
Yeah, Shiloh's one of the few. Shiloh's not too bad. I know I'm forgetting one or two dudes, but for the most part, yeah, you're right. It's the women. You know, just like at least they got marketable women. Nikita Lyons is another one of them. So
for sure.
Let's go ahead and cover Dynamite and how it did.
Okay, I don't have
I got
last week. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
So for the June 10th episode of Dynamite, they have 542,000 viewers. Oh my God.
Oh. With MJF at the top, still making them wrestle too, like a bunch of dumbasses.
God, they're clueless. They're like it's Dave Meltzer is ruining AEW. Honestly, the best thing for AEW is if the Dave Meltzer and Tony Khan had a falling out. Like honest to God, the last time they did, AEW was getting over 700,000. Now they're not even getting 600,000. So,
very sad, man. Very sad. Collision. Look at this. Wow.
Yeah.
Not even 400K anymore. They're going back to the 300s.
Yeah. It is, and this is what's happening. And AEW has potential. They really do. I don't want to like poo-poo AEW too much and like get people down on it. Tony is going to have a falling out with Dave Meltzer. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's Dave Meltzer is what's holding AEW back. And I don't want to hear it say, yeah, I'm not really involved in booking. Bullshit. Tony Khan has your phone number and is calling you during the podcast. You mean to tell me that Dave and Tony Khan are not having like secret discussions about like who should be booked how and because like Tony Khan respects Dave Meltzer's wrestling historical mind. Of course he's going to be picking his brain. And what's Dave going to say,
Oh, no, we covered clips, like actual audio clips on Wrestling Observer twice now. So the first time was Tony Khan. He's got like one of those like those phone lines where it loudly says who's calling. And then another time, Andrew Jackass. I was ready for Kenny the Butthole Cleaner. Maybe we'll hear that one of these days.
Oh, the Butthole Cleaner's got it. I gotta take this call. Hey, sweetie.
Hey, baby. You wearing that lingerie right now? The edible one? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, shit, I'm on the air. Sure, yeah.
Don't worry, Dave. We'll go ahead and bleep that out. We're not going to bleep it out.
Fuck that goblin face dork.
So that's what's going on with Collision. Awful. But look at the growth, man, from last year. No growth. Stagnant.
None.
Dead in the water. In fact, they lost 2,000 fans.
Yep,
disappeared. Evaporated.
Well, and like I said, like I hate saying this because I don't want to be down on AEW, but this is what happens when you let Dave Meltzer, when you pick his brain about creative ideas. This is what you get. You get shit.
Wow, barely over 1,000 people in the seats. Like I've seen
my God.
Indie rock concerts with more people in them than this shit.
They just, look at, like, that's crazy. Q2 average estimated tickets distributed 3.1K, 2025 2.2K, 2026 2,000.
Wow. No, because we've even been to like shows over at Soma. I went to some hardcore shows that blew this shit away. It's like, come on, man. And other venues in San Diego. It's like, dude, come on. Terrible. NXT. Look at this number. This is good for them. I'll give them that. But at the same time, it's like you're not going to hold that. So
no.
I think that's. Oh wait,
TNA.
We got TNA. I forgot TNA. Got TNA right here. Look how bad they did.
So AJ Francis was like, hey, we're constantly over 200,000. Not this week.
Nope. Drop back down, and who knows? Maybe it's going to drop even more the following week because we have the older number. But I'm telling you, with this next TNA, I think it's going to drop even more, especially with all the firings going on.
I hope it did. I hope this episode of TNA had like 120,000 viewers.
Absolutely, fuck them, man. Fuck TNA. They fucking suck. They're awful now. They're garbage. So that pretty much does it for the ratings. Let's go ahead and go over to super chats. So let's see what we got here. Impression. Okay, all impressions. So let me flip the tab over. 1 second.
NC, I'll be right back.